Hello. Hello? The rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated. Once again, this is the second time this has happened. I finished the stream yesterday, and I had like 19 motherfuckers in the DMs being like, oh my god, I actually thought you were dead. We haven't posted a video for 23 days. I think there may be an issue in this community with object permanence. When you cover your eyes, do you believe the things in front of you stop existing? I'm not hazing, I'm just asking. Okay, hello. I bring you many gifts this day. The first of many is news, good news. The new cat we've adopted, she's doing okay. She still doesn't have an official name yet. She's a cute, adorable little baby. She's the tiniest little toes, and she is drinking and eating. We were really worried for days. For like more than 2 days, we had not seen her drink any water. We had not seen her eat any food. We set up a little camera in the room we're keeping her in while she settles in, and we caught her drinking. So she's okay. She even had a little nibble of her food. So she's slowly relaxing, and I'm hoping within the next week or two, we could bring her on camera and show her to you. She's the cutest little baby. Speaking of cute little bastards, we've got this. This is Lily. For those of you who are not familiar, Lily is orange. And at chat's request and suggestion, we now have Lily ass cam. There we go. Full frontal booty. This is not an image. She just sleeps like a corpse. If you look very closely, you can see her breathing. Look at the toe beans, man. Look at him. Look at him. It's so cute. All right. I didn't know that Dyson made spheres. Such a great company. Dude, they do everything. I hear they help you breathe as well. Remember the whole Dyson Sphere, sorry, not Dyson Sphere, do you remember the Dyson Airwave things, like the headset that was also like a mask? If they had just been like, breathe the music as their tagline, they would have made $1 trillion. I'm telling you, Tim Apple, hook me up. I got plenty more of those rocking around in the old ball mill, okay? Oh, proof of life. There you go. My cat does not like this cat. It's you and me both, kiddo. No, I'm kidding. I love her. I adore her. She makes my life a living hell. The crime rate in this household has gone up 500% since we got her 2 years ago. It's incredible. And it was pretty high. We're both South African. It was up there. Let me tell you. You covered your eyes for a second and you thought I was gone. Well, now you're happy to know I'm not. Good on you for opening them again. Okay. So, I believe that today's objective is to go maximal sphere. I have, as the comments have already dictated, caught the optimization bug. I want to build a goddamn factory. And for once, I'm actually not going to sit here and like blather for 35 minutes about life updates. I do want to say though, before we get into this one goes out to those of you in the community over the age of 30. Gen Z, shut the hell up, sit down, this ain't your time. I love you though, you can stick around. Elder Gen Z is allowed in the door. Younger millennials to older millennials. You guys can stick around as well, because I have a question. I'm 32. I just had my very first colonoscopy. That is an anecdote for a later time. They found no issues, no polyps, nothing like that. But as a part of a general health checkup, I also did like a blood screening, and my cholesterol levels came back like crazy high. Like the max LDL cholesterol in a healthy range, like the upper limit, is 200, and my results were 231. The doctor said it's not like I'm gonna die, but she's like, you need to make lifestyle changes. So I've been hitting the gym. Today was legs. God, I hate it. It was so painful, but life matters. And also, I've been adjusting my diet, but that's the part I really need help with. I was like a lazy eater, I would say. I like cooking, but I just sort of like, I fry stuff and I have meat with a lot of things and too much salt and whatnot. Can you guys suggest like good, low saturated fat meals that would replace a diet that had previously been very high in saturated fats, admittedly? Oh my God, she just farted. Oh, the stench is overwhelming. This goes out to the comments. The reason Gen Z is excluded is because I don't want no nutritionist TikTok bullshit Come in here. Okay, I'm not eating cow intestine. Well, I mean, I might, but I'm not going to voluntarily. All right, we're gonna science the shit out of this situation and hopefully survive. You hate ads? It happens. It happens. Don't worry. Good morning, Mog. Hello. Hello. Okay, you guys want the cat cam? There's the cat cam. I'm gonna get the game loaded up in the meantime. But yeah, just let me, if you guys have any like basic ideas, like suggestions for how not to die of high LDL cholesterol, that'd be sick. Salmon? Okay, fish is a good one. Dead Pikachu? Excellent. Post your age? Alright, this is no disrespect, but I've been led astray, okay, a few times here. Now, we don't just have CatCam in short form. We're back in the game. Here we are. Oh, that's the wrong one. No, go there. Thank you. We don't just have big CatCam. We have very small CatCam as well. There we go. So if you guys are good, you get more beans. Okay, but God, she just farted and the stench is unbelievable. Oh my heavens. All right, so here we are at the beginning of what is hopefully going to be quite an interesting playthrough. We have just started. This save has an hour on it, and this is as far as we've gotten. It's not very far, admittedly, but I kind of wanted to get the groundwork done. So what have we got? We've got incredibly simple automation for the basic necessities. We've got copper and iron made. We've got electronic circuits, magnets, and gears on a bus. We've got stone and glass on the bus as well, and all of it is being fed into this very simple mall, which now runs east to west. That was a bit of a mix-up. We had sent it the wrong way initially. We are playing the Galactic Scale mod. We have started on a tennis ball, and we have Dark Fog at 500% anger. So we're going to have a hell of a fight ahead of us. As you can see, just producing nothing is ticking up our threat very quickly. So we're going to be doing a lot of fighting in this playthrough, a lot more than you normally would in this game. And I think the faster we can scale and get ahead of them or get them contained, the better for us. So let's quickly talk about... we got turrets. Good. I was going to say we need turrets. Let's quickly talk about what we need to do now to continue scaling. We did abandon the Secure World Mog. It just wasn't working. It was too big. It was too much trouble. We also yesterday, with the stream that spawned this base, was one that we were planning on like building out planetary logistic systems, right? And I consider just starting again for the stream, like from fresh, but it is kind of nice to have this little starter base out of the way so we can like get into the early game properly. Not like the super early game, but like the mid-early game. Because to do that, we have all the basic tools that we are able to make currently being produced for us, with the exception of things like iron, which are getting snatched up while we wait for this bus to back up. As you can see, a lot of these slots are still being produced. So it's going to take quite a while for all the iron to turn up. And a lot of it is also just because it's being consumed by the gears, which is okay. We need to use it in both forms. Let them run, I say. So while that builds, let's go ahead and work on science, I think. Yeah, there's not many ores on this planet. I do agree. We've got 1.4 million iron and 1.6 million copper, which means that a real source of resources for us is, in all sincerity, going to be the Dark Fog themselves. If you didn't know, unlike biters in Factorio, when you blow up these guys in Dyson Sphere Program, you actually get resources back, which is pretty sweet. So let's go for that. Lean ground beef, lean ground meat is a good one. Okay. So you don't want the fat. That's what everyone keeps telling me. But apparently just straight up meat has a large amount of like actual plain old cholesterol in it. It's a waxy substance the body produces. Materials. Oh, here we go. To deal with, fats and the like that are floating around the bloodstream. Embrace the fish, Lord of the Bold. You know what the problem is? Is that I don't eat fish. It's not necessarily a picky eater thing, okay? Allow me to raise a flag in my defense here. When I was a child, when I was young, I went on a road trip through the desert, through Namibia, with my dad. And it was a really, really fun trip. But partway through the trip, we stopped in a town called Swakopmund on the west coast, which is ocean, right? And if you don't know about anything about Namibia, it's a big desert. The whole, like, if you ever seen a desert in movies, like, I think even Dune is shot, Mad Max was shot in Namibia, Fury Road. There's a lot of movies that are shot in Namibia. It's just like the big picturesque sandy desert. And on the west coast, we bought some fresh fish. We loaded that little bad boy up into the car. We had like a gas fridge in the Land Rover, and we went on our way. A day later or so, we were driving sort of across back into the country, sort of going 45 degrees perpendicular, 45 degrees, like, what's the word? Northeast, I guess, into the main heartland of the desert on our way to like sort of loop back around to the capital. And we camped overnight near the road, not on the road, but near it, like maybe 50 meters out. And when we woke up, the road was gone because the sand had covered it. And we went, oh, okay, easy peasy, no problem, that happens. We like went back and we started looking for the road and we couldn't find it. And then we were like, oh, okay, well, that's no good. So we decided to have some breakfast. We you know, cracked open the eggs, the bacon. We had a nice little brekkie. And then we're like, hey, you know what? We go kind of sick. We're here. We can wait for the wind to pick up. Why don't we crack out this here fish? And we decided to eat it right then and there. And we gave ourselves the single worst food poisoning I have ever had in my entire life. Now, when you've had fish-based diarrhea 3.5 days from the nearest toilet in 43 degrees Celsius weather with no humidity and very limited access to toilet paper, let me tell you that the smell of fish, it doesn't do it for you so much anymore. I was like 15, I think, maybe. So I would just like to point out that I bear no blame in this nightmare. All right, I was but a victim of circumstance, Your Honor. And yeah, it wasn't the best setup. Okay, what are we gonna do right now? So I'm actually gonna go fight these fools immediately. So we're gonna take a line of this here stuff, and we're actually gonna go up a parallel, just like this. And we're gonna smelt this into copper, and then we're gonna turn that copper into bullets, and we're gonna go use those bullets to farm the dark fog. This is my early game plan for resources. Because the faster you get to farming them, the sooner you get access to all of their goodies. Because it scales with their level, I believe. Let's do something like this. That'll be fine. Okay, so you're gonna make copper plates. We're gonna do one of these. We don't need a big build here. Something like that will be perfectly fine. And we're gonna place down some of these. And you know what? I think we take no chances here. I think we do the double up again, and we're just gonna go a whole lot of bullets we're gonna make. So if you haven't seen Dyson Sphere Program before, it's a factory game, much like games like Satisfactory or Factorio or Shapes.io if you're a psychopath. And it's a pretty good, you know. It's a me Mario, and the game is a pretty good. I'm a big fan. I kind of prefer it to Factorio just because of the scale. But with Space Age for Factorio having just come out, that's sort of a bit moot now, I think. All right, so let's get you all lined up and working. So you're going to output, output, and of course input, and input. All right, you are going to make bullets. Many bullets. Good. Just like this. Good. And then we bring power. How many bullets? LU, yes, exactly. Now you're starting to understand. This probably isn't actually going to be enough. You take 3 every 1 second. This isn't going to be enough. Jarvis, please confirm. In fact, because that's going to do... Just 2 of these will run. We should... Let's see if this backs up. I don't think it will. When this starts backing up, this is going to back up. But that should consume it at max capacity, because all of these run at 75% speed. So yeah, that seems right. What the hell is this song? This is the music Magic puts in the videos, isn't it? That's so strange. Okay, you're gonna go there, and then we're gonna do one of these, and that's gonna take it up to our gun platforms. We're gonna go in, and we're gonna have buffers, baby. We are turning all of that, every ounce of that copper from those 2 mines is gonna be turned into bullets, and those bullets are gonna be turned into dark fog corpses. Because this is the only way I can think to, like, genuinely, meaningfully protect us, is to just kind of take on the offensive here, like, from the very beginning of the game. And we're going to start by running some towers up, and then we'll figure it out from there. Have you tried pickled herring? It's good, I swear, no risk of poisoning. It smells more like vinegar than fish. That's, you know what? In a different life, I would have been like, do you hear the words you were saying to me? But given my current need for rescue, I'm willing to try anything, I think, at this point. World's most Scandinavian man, : have you tried pickled herring? Surströmming is that's the one that's like so stinky it's banned by the Geneva Conventions. Am I? Tell me how close I am. Is that right? Shapes doesn't have bullets. Cowards. Build diagonally? You could do that? I mean, I won't do it. I'm not like some kind of psychopath, but that's amazing. I don't know. I genuinely didn't know that was in the game. That's so cool. I hate it, but there we go. I didn't know. I didn't know you could do that. Great for a stream intro. Yeah, it doesn't get any better. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. This song also is... Listen, Magic, thank you for putting together the playlist. Don't ever play this shit again. Remove. Remove. Okay, it's gone. We never have to hear it again. All right. Here comes the battle. Oh, they've already got laser towers. Holy. All right. All right, these boys ain't playing, huh? Okay, we're gonna need like a... Let's do like a... I hate to do this on the pole. It's really awkward, but that's where they spawned in. So we work with what we get. We're gonna build multiple lines of defense here. Okay, it's a bit scuffed, but we'll do something like that. Let's do an initial line to here. And of course we will feed. Oh, wait. I forgot with these guys, you put it straight in the side, right? Do something like this. Yeah, it just goes straight into the machine. It's so nice. You don't need the sorters. It just automatically loads them. Okay. All right. The nightmare has begun. More bullets, please. Put down a couple of those, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. I need help. I need help. All right. Now we push.
Mega state critical.
Oh, Mecha State is critical. Run! No, I'm so slow, man. I'm so slow. There's so many. No. Oh, shit. Oh, run away. Wait, build these. Oh. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, how far are you from missiles? We have literally just got the starter base up. Okay, I overshot. We don't go for the... Okay, we don't do that as step one. Step one is we get science up. All right, new plan. No one panic. New plan. Oh, that's no good. Okay, I'm gonna need a few more bullets. That's pretty clear. And a lot more guns. All right, where... I need iron and copper close together. That's not too bad. And we already have a small presence over here. So let's link up the power grids, link up these, and we'll build a science build up there. Okay, so what do I need to build science? I need labs. I have 8 of them. That's a good start. What else do I need? I need... I'm basically gonna need everything. So take the smelters, take the guns... I don't think I'm going to need depots, but actually, no, I do need depots. Take those. Take the wind turbines. Give me a full stack of power poles. Give me a full stack of those. Give me as many of these as we have. Give me 2 of those. Okay. We work with what we got. Valiant attempt. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're going to pivot. We're going to do a little bit more research. And then we kill them all. This is the new plan. Spaghetti unlocked. Pickled herring is popular in Poland. Man, the wars really did a number on y'all, huh? Sorry, that was so unnecessary. I'm sorry. Alright, let's go up here. Which is true, though. They shouldn't have done all that shit to Poland. I like Poland. I really like Poland. World's bravest man. Hey, I think what happened to Poland in World War II was bad. Please clap. I thought this was Apple by Charlie XCX, man. I was freaking out. Oh my god, I was like, oh, there goes the copyright claims. Does this not sound like the start of Apple of... You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. This you could be forgiven for getting them mixed up. Alright, I'm gonna have to just make some of these, I have a feeling. Yeah. Well, we'll build it from first principles. Can you sneak in like a max? Yeah. An 8-piece? Beautiful. Polska Gurom? So true, dude. So true, I think. Maybe. I really hope that's saying what I think it is. Polska Strong? Pivot. Bale. Cut his mic. He said too much. Put him in a home. Alright, let's build this one. There we go. Poland currently holds the title as most useful member of NATO. So thank you, Poland. Very cool. They are kind of the only ones who actually do anything anymore. So that's pretty sick.
Insufficient materials.
Good job, Poland. Alright, so we're going to use this space right here, and we're going to set up a little bit of a smelting system. It's a kind of far from where we've got the main bus, which is a problem to be solved by future me. Instead, we are just going to ignore the problem. You may sense a trend here. And just build out what we need, baby. So we're going to do a set of 9, because that's going to be for magnets. And we'll do a set of 6. We'll do it like here. That's going to be for iron. And then the copper will come in this way. And I think we'll do it like this. And then we will build the... And you go this way. Yeah, so it's going to... Yeah, you can feed in, go there. And we'll build up on this meridian. That's fine. So I will put the copper like this for now. Do it that way.
Replication complete.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so you're going to bring copper in. So we can run this down. And we can and will do multiple lanes. This is just a start. You're going to bring copper in, and you're going to take copper plates out. I'm going to have to move that Tesla tower. All right. Then you are going to get iron brought in from here to that point, and you're going to take iron rings out. And you're going to go like this. And then you are going to get iron ore in, and you're going to take iron plates out. Okay, lovely. So we have a few more of these. We're definitely going to need them over here, first and foremost. And we need at least 12 units. 12, like, ore nodes being mined per thing. So that was 7. Anything more is overkill, but that's okay. That's 7. That's 6. That's 15. So that one's done. And then that should be 14 for this one. So that will work for both of these. We can reposition it later to try and get, like, more slots, but this is fine for now. I just want to get the tech running before we get attacked again. Okay, so we need one of these coming over, connecting up, connecting up. All right, lovely. Poland good, everyone else bad. You really hate ads? Sean, I've got the ad frequency set to extremely low, which means that you should only really see them if you haven't watched one in like 30 minutes or so. I can't turn them off because then YouTube buries the stream. They're like, oh, well, if you're not going to work for us, we're not going to work for you. But I've got them as low as they'll go because these don't get watched by anyone anyway, so... not that you people don't count, you wonderful, wonderful people. I just meant like the general audiences don't look at a 4-hour Dyson Sphere Program unedited video of, you know, maddening stream of consciousness and go, oh, hell yeah. That's just what I need to get me through my 9-to-5 job ordering auto parts for a Volkswagen dealership, you know? +1 in chat if that was you. He sees me. It's like he's here. All right. And then a little bit of copper and we're done. Okay, so that's going to get us some way along.
Insufficient materials.
Oh, shut up, lady.
Insufficient materials.
It's always the iron with you people, isn't it? Okay, pick this up. And pick all this up. Now will you make it? Or are you still going to be a son of a bitch? There you go, you'll work.
Insufficient
all right.
materials.
So while that gets produced, we can work on the next step. And actually, I want to swap the position of these because this is going to turn into... Yeah, that's just going to get turned into magnets and not do anything else with its life. So we'll do something like that. Yeah, sure, I have no reservations. We gotta move you again. Always in the way. You know what, just for symmetry, go there. Alright, so let's come forward. You can go forward a fair bit. You come forward until... You're going to go all the way down because you're going to get turned into circuits. And then you come here. Take a little moment. Alright, so we're going to grab 3 of these. And I do actually need to space them out because of the scaling on the planet. And you are going to make magnets. Alright, then we need to input, 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 and then we are going to output the magnets at ideally full speed. This should be a 6 belt.
Complete.
I hope. And I'll give you a twofer for each one, I think. Whoopsie, I did not copy the recipes, did I? That was a bit of a wasted carpal tunnel. Okay, get you a power pole right there. Lovely. And then I think, just to be safe, I think we do need to have one of you here. And your job is going to be to make bullets. And you're going to do that 3 at a time. It's going to eat a lot of that copper, but this keeps the whole thing alive. So we'll get a buffer box. And you output into there. And we'll store like 200 bullets. And I do need to just put turrets around here. Defensively. So we'll do like 1. If we offset these slightly, it'll be easier to like get some bullets in him. I just don't know where the Dog Fog's going to attack. And so this feels like a safe bet. Just to protect just some of these assets. Now let's just move you up. And move you up. And move you up. Okay. So I think you can just run a belt straight through them. Oh, such a nice feature. And then you can come there. Okay. And then you can go over here. And you go into these. What's the problem? Oh, you need to be rotated? Okay. Tell me you feel special. And that'll work. Alright, so people, what do you want to see from this Dyson Sphere Program playthrough? Now that I've got the basic yabbering out the way, we can kind of figure out what we're doing here. Because, I mean, I was literally just going to play the game yesterday when I decided to stream, and I was like, you know what? You know what? Proof of life doesn't hurt. Let's give the people a little bit of what they want. and do a stream. But like, I could just as easily not play this, and no one has to know. No one will ever know. Those turrets need to pivot 90 degrees. Said like someone who doesn't know. Chat, point and laugh. He lacks the critical information. Okay, so where is the fog? The fog is up there. So honestly, they're probably going to hit this before anything else, and you're out of bullets. And they will definitely hit this. So let's go, because they tend to path towards whatever's closest. So let's yeah, you're backing up. That's what I want to see. Let's just do like a two-piece on the corner. You always back up the corners in these games. Okay, and that, for now, for this stage of the game, that should be enough just to keep us alive. Okay, we've got some fallback if they manage to bust through. Anyway, continuing on. So you have produced a ton, and you've got some stacked up inside you. You love to see it. What are we going to do next? Now, I want to turn you into circuits. Yes. So let's cut it off here. I'm going to do something like this. And this is all literally, this exists to make science packs. That's what this is all about. Can I fit a tower in? I can. It's a bit of an awkward build because of the planet lines, but that's okay. And as we discussed yesterday, you know, this is sort of the awkward position you find yourself in Dyson Sphere Program, is that you kind of want, like, all of your builds need to get torn up and replaced with planetary logistics stations later. Alright, so you are going to make me these. And now, we just put them into these. Yeah. I don't think we even buffer it. I think we literally just go 1, 2, 3. And you feed straight into here. And those ore patches are dedicated to making science for now. We will eventually split off more. But this just kind of gives us like a full speed science build, which is pretty huge. You're going to make blues. And then you are going to output to another set of labs right here. And we're just straight up just going to put that straight in there. All right. So we need to select a research. What are we going to work with? We don't need engines yet. We don't need those. Fluid encapsulation would be nice, but honestly, I think I want to get into oil fracking. Or do I want to do steel first? If we do this, we can get solar panels. We don't really have the tech, but we do have silicon on the planet. So you know what? Let's do that. And that would get us solar. Then we definitely need better logistics. We need steel. We need... I don't need the fuel units yet. I don't think we're going to go bother with that. We'll get the long-range transmission. We'll get fluid encapsulation. And then we'll just get the basic drive engines. And then we can do some of these. So we can do auto reconstruction. We can get drones. Drones would be good. But yeah, let them run.
Dark fog cluster is launching an assault.
Hello. Hello, Absolutely Industries. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I am going to improve this just temporarily, momentarily. Thank you. And just, if you could be so kind as to power that. Where are they? Where are they? Oh god, they are not. Where are they?
Building destroyed.
Ah, shit!
Building destroyed.
Uh-oh. You gotta go water the tomatoes?
Research.
Oh, yes, dude. I need to go.
Building
It's currently
destroyed.
monsoon in Korea. And man, it is coming down. It was like, the river outside my house is absolutely flooded. Let me see if I can find a
Building
video. It's completely insane.
Building
Do I
destroyed.
have it? We'll get there one of these days. Don't you worry, people. Okay. Narrowing down. Well, We're getting there. We're getting there. Don't worry about it. Oh god. Oh, the river near my place is completely flooded. I just realized I shouldn't show it to you because they will drain bolt geolocate me, and they'll come to my house and kill me with hammers. Okay. Run it back. So, hold left mouse to build instantly. That's what I want to see. So if I had researched this, it would just rebuild it for me. I see. Okay, well, we can just do this. It's not too bad. Weapons research might be important. I'm sensing this. I think we might reprioritize the queue somewhat. In just a second here. Once I put down some more guns. Let's pick up more guns first. 44 of them. That's going to do the trick. That's assembling machines. Not quite right, sir. In my defense, they do look almost identical. 35 of those. That'll do the trick. Okay, let's space these out a touch. Some Gauss turrets just for the future. You know how dogs is and all that. Okay. And then we link them up. We link them all up. We come on over. And you go in there. Okay. So right now I've got the stuff coming in there, which isn't quite right. We do have bullets being produced. Yes. Let's steal those onto a belt. The spaghetti begins. And we will run this up to there. Might be time to bring the fight to the fog. Yeah, he wasn't here 12 minutes ago. We did try that. It did not go as well as you might hope. Also, I should now have splitters, right? Yes. Okay, and you guys can go out to there and there. Lovely. And y'all need power. Okay, that should keep them off me for the most part. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Hope is a strong word here. And you should be able to feed in there. Nice. Okay, and I am actually going to commit one of my high tier inserters to do that.
Research
and they blew this up. Thank you. Thank you. Very cool. Turns out 500% fog can pack a punch. I was deeply unprepared. To the point where I'm like, I need to restart. The tennis ball planet is kind of sick, though. It is. It is. Okay, let me just quickly finish rebuilding, and then we will return to what we were doing. So we got science set up. That was the initial goal. What do we need to do now? I think the chat is correct that God, it hurts to say it. There might be some value, just a little, in maybe possibly building protection measures, or researching better weapons. That it's possible that could have some value to us at some point. All right, so that was better towers. I can expand them all. And honestly, I think I'm going to focus on that. Yeah, I think let's get everything we can currently make made. And then I kind of want to get into oil cracking pretty early here. We just don't need a ton of this early stuff. Okay, what have we not made yet? We haven't made wireless power towers. To make that, we need power towers. Go figure. And actually, I've got a system for this. We need to have a very small production of electric engines, which I do have queued up over there. Okay, we need a very small production of these so that we can make the tier 2 inserters, because these are very, very useful. And that's just gears and magnets and these. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a dedicated, like an inserter, like a little factory right here. That's just going to make it from the line and send it down. Oh, I suppose we could do that over here, right? We can literally do that right there. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we'll have you here. You are going to, in a second, make me those. I haven't researched them yet. Can bring over a line from here. Use one of the fancy boys to get this set up, because we are going to need not like a mountain of these, but enough that like it's worth spending a bit of capital on it.
Research complete.
Thank you. And then you are going to form part of the next tier of items on this bus, which will go here. And these are used in enough things that even with this very small production, I'm willing to just kind of put them over here for now, you know? Okay, so you also need gears. Ah. That is a problem. I don't have any gears. If I were to do something like this,
complete.
We can move this up just for the moment. This is all temporary. Don't you worry, kids. It's all temporary for the next, like, 30 hours. And that'll work perfectly. No flaws whatsoever. Okay, is that going to make everything? That should. Then I need fuel. Do I really not have any coal? Where's my nearest coal? All the way over there. Okay, off we go. Off we go to see the wizard. Wait, what have I done wrong here? You don't need these. Whoops, you need iron plates. My bad. Good night, y'all. I'm going to bed. Kind of not sure if you want me to backseat. Normally, no. This time, yes. What do I do? I'm so used to my usual, like, playthrough flow that I'm kind of, like, caught off guard by the fact that we like, actually really need to deal with the dark fog a lot sooner than I normally would. When will Space Engineers return, Slimy Chip? Not sure. When the ADHD hyperfixation rolls back around, bud. I'm a slave to the body you see before you. I'm just up here in the meat prison, you know? Just like all of us. I can tell you with some confidence that at this exact moment, we don't have a Space Engineers series planned. That does not mean we're not going to do one again in the future. It just means that, like, right now, it is either A, not a priority, or B, we're focusing on other projects. And the other project that we are focusing on, admittedly, a little something we're going to be calling largely legal. And it's going to be super sick. I've been saying this for 7 years, but now it's actually true. Everyone, they doubted him until he proved them all wrong by doing the thing he said he was going to do 7 years ago and making content about humanitarian law. All right, let's get some of this. So this is graphite.
Upgrade complete.
It is basically just burned coal, and for some reason that makes it burn better the second time around. The hollow beacon? What are you? Oh, it's for like multiplayer. That's cool. Okay, that's oil fracking. I kind of wanted that for power or coal. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do next. Okay, more upgrades first, I think, is actually probably, that's a no-brainer. Let's, yeah, better weapon damage. I mean, while we're here, we might as well get that. Then I want other upgrades. Give me better energy shield. I would love the drive engine. Give me drones. I can now make this. We can now do blueprints. We can do drones. We can do inventory capacity. And we can do mecha movement speed. Actually can't do inventory capacity because we don't make steel yet. Thanks for taking us along the stream. Hey, you're very welcome, boss. Thanks for being here. It's always great to spend time with sapient individuals. Notice I didn't say sentient. Okay, I'm not giving you too much credit just yet. You know what? You know what? Let's just do the core first. What do I need for this? I need coal. I need... Oh, and I do actually... I need to, like, manually Yeah, do this so I can visually see it. So you need to be wood, coal, and graphite. All right, well that's 46. You keep working on that. I'm gonna go pick up some wood. It's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to find enough out here in the savannah. Sure, we can make it work. That's 33. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. $44. That's 69. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so what else did I need? I needed 60 coal, which is that's done. And I needed 65 of those. Perfect. And we'll just burn the surplus. All right, lovely. That's going to give us a better energy reserve, so we don't have to refuel as often. Pretty huge. Okay, other than that, what do I need to do? I need to go... I'm floundering, gamers. I'm floundering. Got this little science build. That's fine for now. That's fine for now. I think I really need to go get some more miners and actually tap these veins and then just bring it all back here for processing. You can hit the dog fog with missiles and communications towers. POV, my face when I have missiles and communication towers. My face right now. Does that answer your fucking question, man? What's that? I think season 1 was the best by miles. Thank you. That is my name. NFFP was the most entertaining thing I could find to watch. Oh, the Not Fit for Purpose. Yeah. Is that what you remember it as? That's so cool. The series was called Suit Only Survival. But honestly, it was the series of the Not Fit for Purpose. I'll give you that. All right. You need to provide tier 2 inserters to the people.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, we got kinetic weapons. We can make this work, people. We can make this work, I believe. We're just going to be a little bit rushed at the very beginning here. And you need to have these input. And then as soon as we got a stack of these made, we're going to basically... Okay, we now no longer want... We're never going to use these again. And everything is now about tier 2 inserters. And I'm actually just going to go through and, like, upgrade everything involved in everything immediately. Like, as soon as I get... Look at that. We already got 6 of them. They're so cheap, and they're just so much better in every way. So to give you an idea, these move 1.5, like, trips per grid is their speed. And then this one does double that. So they're literally twice as good, and they cost you virtually nothing. So we're just going to be using those. And we're going to be using the good old upgrade tool. And we're going to say only upgrade sorters. And we're going to be attacked by the dark fog. And then we're going to just upgrade everything involved over here first. 46 units incoming. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Easy peasy. Lemon friggin' squeezy, my guy. Oh god. They're going to... I'm not going to get over there in time. We're just going to have to pray. Will the defenses hold? Perhaps. I think we might have done it.
Building destroyed.
Oh, I mean, we can fix that. I can fix that. I'll take it. Okay. We can get over there in a second. We don't need to deal with that right now. Yeah. That's fine. We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post. Okay, what else have we unlocked? I need to get some upgrades going. I'm going to go crazy. I need to have the tier 2 versions of these as well for long-range power transmission. That would be pretty sweet.
Upgrade complete.
So we'll get one of those going in there. Okay, and I now have more fuel capacity. Excellent. Also, let me pick up a stack of these so that we can, get blueprints. Blueprints are going to really help us out here. Okay, you are going to store these long-range power towers. I will never need more than 100 of them, but they are incredibly useful. They also charge your mecha off the grid. But they require these things, which are plasma exciters, which require prisms, which require magnets. So we're going to build a plasma exciter build right here. We're going to have a prism build right here and another plasma exciter build right here. And this will all make sense in a second. Oh, you know what? Maybe, you know what? I don't need to be stingy. Let's just double this up. So you're going to be the plasma exciters, and you're going to be the prisms. The prisms are used in literally nothing else except this recipe. So we're just going to stack up a whole... I mean, like, maybe really late game, you'll use a bit. But basically, it's just glass. You cut the glass into a triangle, and it becomes the strongest shape known to man. You are going to take that glass and a magnetic coil, and you're going to put it somewhere useful. And then you are going to send the outputs of that down the belts, just like those turbines. And again, the bus does not need to be quick, it just needs to work. Okay, so what do I need to do? And this whole system works on it, like, eventually backing up, right? Like, that's the plan. We need to have a cable coming in here. That side's not going to work because of the other inserter. That's fine. Let's just move this up. And we'll come over there. That's going to be good. So you're going to bring these. And then you're going to take that into there. Any day now, if you could build the one right next to me, please. Could you please? Okay, I'll just build it myself. It's fine. Drones got a little distracted there. Working at the distance. Okay. Lovely. So that's going to make these plasma exciters, as we see there. And then that's going to make them go into here. And by going into here, they will produce wireless power towers. Which, how many? They need 3 of them per production. Yeah, it'll take a while, but that's okay. This is meant to happen in the background while you're doing other stuff. And these are cool because you can put them down, and they charge your mech, so you don't have to burn fuel. But they also have like a really, really long range, so you can go all the way out to there, which is really good. Whereas the regular Tesla towers, so that works. The regular Tesla towers can only go to there, so it's a little more than double. I'm a big fan. And I think when you string them together, you can go even further. Hi, Papun Tripathi. Papun Tripathi. Papun Tripathi. For sure. For sure. Oh, you should not be there, sir. You need to move up one. Something like this. There we go.
Upgrade complete.
Upgrade complete. We can now make blueprints. It's huge. That's huge. I don't have anything to blueprint yet, but when I do, oh, you better believe. We're going to do something probably with it, maybe. All right, what do I want to work on next? We now have splitters, so let's get splitters made. You know what? This is glass right here. Why don't we get the... Yes, why don't we get this made? The storage tank, because that needs glass. So you can take that in there. I think you need a bit of iron, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, and then just stone. Easy peasy. Let's bring that down. And then just give you one... You know what? You know what we can do
Upgrade
here?
complete.
Something a little sneaky with it. That doesn't need to go all the way down. Why don't you just do that? All right, what else do we need? Okay, that's the next thing done. I'm going to go down the list sequentially here. Let's do the splitters next. So that is gears and just all the basics, basically. Very easy. Can't wait till we get logistics drones and we can just give ourselves these things. And there goes my iron. So that immediately means I have to pivot what I'm doing and focus on getting my resources back up and running. Okay, you are going to make sorters, and I won't ever need more than a single stack of these. Okay, cool. Very cool. And I'll take all those. Then let's burn some coal and figure out what else we need. We need to make... Well, we need more iron. We're not making anything without that. I'll make the traffic monitors, but I don't really ever use them, so maybe not right now. I can make the water pumps. That would be good to make. Oh, we finished something else as well. Interesting. And the water pumps are the only thing that require those electric engines, I think. Like for a long time. Yeah. They really are like the only thing that requires them. Do they take glass? No, they take stone. Yeah, then I think in that case we're just gonna we're just gonna leave the traffic monitors out. I don't need them, really. Okay, stone into here. Oh, I'm out of sorters. Ah, you know what? This is a pretty slow build. You can be that, so you can start stacking up. Are you planning the next subathon, Angel? No. No, one was enough. 7 days of my life. I think I genuinely aged genetically by like 58 years in that time. Look, never say never. I'm not saying never, but I'm saying to you with utmost authority that right now, another subathon is very far from my mind. I'm almost a little scared to say it, but what is kind of closer to my mind is thoughts of potentially, maybe, you know, starting a little family or something, you know? So, you know, destroying my mental health. It's not really particularly high on my list of things I'd like to do right now. Pretty fragile grasp on reality as it is. I don't want to play with it if I don't have to. All right, and then we are going to want probably a 2 stack of pumps. You only ever need them once, but you need a lot of them when you do. All right, sweet. Let's get some power towers. And let's get some wind turbines. Anything else here? Anything else? Anything else, people? Put that away. Oh, what am I doing wrong here? Take that. Take that. Just gonna top up my stacks. And that's... Okay, so now we make everything that we care to make, basically. Yeah. I'm gonna take 2 stacks of those. Thank you very kindly. I will take a refill on this. Alright, the dog fog is about to attack us again. Oh, and I need to eat up a whole bunch of these turbines. Next thing's next. Which we actually do need to put into a box. We don't need to put these into a box. These are never useful enough to put into a box. The plasma exciters. You just don't need them. But I would love some more walk speed. Largely parental? Maybe, Kelly. Maybe. Listen, no plans have been laid in stone yet. But the thought does beckon. I think it's something the biological clock ticks, you know. Just take sick leave? Unfortunately, the position I'm in, career-wise right now, in Korea, doesn't really allow for that. I'm the... When we get into large illegal, I'll be more public about this stuff, because it's also going to tie into my work, but I'm the research director of a pretty prominent NGO, and I can't really just disappear to, like, fuck around online. They're completely aware of this, by the way. Like, they know what I do as a hobby. I disclosed that immediately. I was like, listen, you need to know about this. It is a, like, one of these days someone is going to contact you and say that I, like, ate a baby on stream or something, and I just need you to know that I wouldn't do that, and also that it exists, so you're not surprised by 2 things. You just get the one, you know? Like, I got haters out there. We gotta get ahead of it a little bit. Kelly, how are you? Large illegal when? Angel 3, the reason there hasn't been much content on this channel is because I've been doing research for... In fact, let me show you guys something. Let me just pause this game real quick. I'm going to show you something, what I've been reading recently. This has been absolutely fascinating. Hold up. Not this, but... this one. Here. I've been digging through this page turner here. International Humanitarian Law, Rules, Controversies, and Solutions to Problems Arising in Warfare. Let me tell you, man. Marcus Sassoli, he's got a gift for the gab, okay? Let's pull out a nice little excerpt for you here. Weapons treaties. This is on page 4.1, because that's how it's laid out. Under its traditional approach, IHL does not seek to prohibit or regulate certain weapons, but rather it regulates the use of all weapons, in particular, parentheses, but not exclusively, to protect the civilian population. Nevertheless, there is an old but increasing tendency to outlaw the use of certain weapons altogether, in which case the relevant treaties are situated on a sliding scale between IHL and disarmament law, which is not the same thing, people. Stop getting us confused. We go to different schools. Or at least subject their use to certain specific limitations that go beyond the general rules of IHL, most often in order to avoid incidental effects on civilians. Basically, cluster munitions is what he's referring to there. Many of these rules correspond to customary law, which is the collective rules in international law that are not necessarily written down or prescribed or subscribed to, but rather prescribed from general behaviors observed over all states. So like a bunch of countries, like every country in the world at a point was subscribed to the Geneva Conventions, right? Or rather had ratified them. And so if you become a country today, whether or not you want to follow the Geneva Conventions, you're like grandfathered in. That's customary law. It's like international laws that everyone has to play along if they want to be part of the international stage. The law, like things like mail, like posting letters, fall under that category of customary law. The rules about airlines, shipping, the law of the sea, a lot of laws about space have become customary. So there's a ton of stuff. It's not just IHL. Let's see. Many of those rules correspond to customary law, but some do not. In the latter case, one must determine the treaties to which the state using the weapon is a party, and may even be the case that 4 distinctive regimes apply to the same weapon for different states. For instance, in the case of anti-personnel landmines. The protocols to the 1980 Convention on Certain Conventional Weapons, also known as the CCW, contain many of the rules on weapons. The CCW itself is a mere framework convention that does not foresee specific prohibitions or limitations, but rather simply offers a legal framework for its protocols that do so. Article 1 of the CCW was amended in 2001 to extend the prohibitions of its protocols to NIACs, which are non-international armed conflicts, which are those conflicts between any actors. It doesn't have to be 2 states. That's an IAC or an international armed conflict. A NIAC is between a government and a rebel group, or 2 rebel groups, or you and your mom, or basically anywhere where there's like armed violence involved. And then lastly, the specific treaties on weapons may be classified as followed. And we're just going to have to save that for later. I'm afraid there's just no time, but largely ASMR will return. CCW like counterclockwise? Yes. My favorite activity from the last subathon was reading the Geneva Conventions and the Schwerkout. Do you know that the Schwerkout gave Noah and I like long-term back pain? Like it was like several weeks. We were like, ow, my pussy, it hurts. All right, we're gonna go over here and repair up all this stuff. You can't stop me. You can't stop me saying any of the things I just said. I'll do it again. Wow, what a bestseller. Yes, dude. This guy gets it. All right, have we... Okay, we have not produced enough of those because I need to bring iron back to the base. That's why we're here. That's why we're here, people. And that honestly means it is time to introduce Sein Splitzer. So we're going to put in a pair of these. And this is where these things really shine. They are amazing for this. So you come in here, go in there. And you know what we're going to do is we're going to pick it all up and we're going to do it again. Because you need to switch to be this one. You can do like T-junctions with them, which are really nifty. Okay, and then we're going to go up a level and connect up here. And I want you to prioritize this lane first. So, and I want you to prioritize that lane first. And then we go. And where are we going? We're going back to the base. Straight back. No detours. No distractions. And it's going to take a little minute for us to build all the pieces, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. And you know what? This research is not going to complete just because I don't have the stuff. It would be great to get faster drones, and it would be wonderful to have a shield. So let's get that cooking while we wait. Expertly read. Thank you, Angel 3. Thank you. Angel 310 gifted memberships? Oh my god, I didn't hear the alert because they don't work anymore, because nothing does around these parts. Welcome to Largely Unemployed. We live a scuffed existence around here, let me tell you. Thank you very much. If you've just received a gift of subscription from the wonderful patron Angel 3, do please give them a little bit of love. Mog, are you a known gift dodger? Angel 3, you were there for the subathon, for that accursed time. Do you remember the, what was the guy's name, the dad, who, I think you gifted something like 500 gifts, subscriptions via Mongolia or something, if I remember correctly, over the course of the subathon, and the dude dodged every single one. It was like Dad Fish or something. All right, we are so here. We have so arrived, people. Oh, you know what? We can actually just plug straight into our old line. That's insane. That's incredible. Okay, so what am I working towards here? I don't actually have a plan. Is that obvious? Is that... Do you have any clues that might have been the case? I guess we should work towards getting red science. Because I need to get off this damn planet, man. There's no resources on here. We got 1.3 mil iron, which I've currently just dragged over. Which I need to get, like, my industry bootstrapped again. And that's just barely keeping this thing alive. Oh, heavens, man. Heavens. I can't remember if it was a few Dodgers. Yeah. Welcome to South Africa. Listen. Okay, we got electricity.
Upgrade
this is nothing like home. Oh. Okay, foster drones. Even better. Okay, now we're cooking again. It's going to take a little minute for things to back up, but that's okay. That's okay. To be expected. Iron's making its way back onto the line. You love to see it. You love to see it. Can put these things away, and honestly, let's just let's actually feed some of the surplus into the machines just to keep them running. I got some surplus there. Show you a little strat for this. It's crazy how 2 copper mines are enough to keep it rolling, huh? You really just don't need much. All right, we're just gonna go through and like left click on everything and just fill these up. Insofar as that is possible. Which is not much in some cases, admittedly. Yeah, just a bit of glass in there. And then copper. Okay. Which we don't really need. To receive gifted subs, make sure you have them enabled and you're not on a brand account. Yes, that's true. You do have to be signed in with a personal account. You cannot receive the gifted subscription as a brand. YouTube doesn't like that for some reason. Even though they're like, hey, please, for the love of God, become a brand. Like, we'll pay you. They literally do. They pay me. They pay me to do this. And I achieve nothing. I am the least useful type of person. At least on this platform.
Complete.
Mecha energy shield. Yes, dude. Yes. Okay. Now what? Now mass construction. Absolutely. Positively. Mechanical frame would be good. Let's get universe exploration. I would like to see what is on other systems. And then we get into oil. And I think we go into planetary, people. And we definitely get the battlefield analysis base. And we definitely get the semiconductor material. And we get the combustible. I'm just going to research everything that's blue at this point. Because we are kind of... Yeah, we're going to be kind of gridlocked after this point. Alrighty. We've got such limited resources. We need to use them carefully. So what do we need to get to other planets? We need to get this made, which is drive engine. That lets us fly on this planet. That lets us leave the planet. And we do need red science for that. But first we need these, which is... Oh, that's super cheap. That is just magnetic rings. And I don't think anything else takes these as well. So it's just magnetic rings and copper, which we can build right here. And I'm literally just going to put these in a box for now. I'm sure there's a use for them later. I couldn't be asked to figure out what it is. Okay, give me some thrusters. Oh, you use these for drones, right? I think.
Dark fog cluster is launching an assault.
How goes the battle for the tennis ball? Macbeth, thank you for joining us. We're about 50 minutes further in. We've got very basic automation set up for the main mall. And we are about... Oh, God. We are about to get hit. All right. Front lines, everybody. Places, people. Places. Here they come. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Oh, God. Okay. That's a lot of robots. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Blow them up, please. Thank you. Thank you. Blast him. Ah, that wasn't nothing. That was nothing. Easy, dude. Easy. Okay, so what do I get from you? Magnets, iron. Pick up some dreg that they've left lying around. And then get rid of the rest. Okay. We're about to get bigger blueprints, which is good because that lets us build my oil processor. I'm actually going to move that to the top of the queue. Let's get this done first so that I can get the buildings, you know, being produced. That is going to be pretty critical. That looks like it went pretty well. Yeah, it's going to get harder. They're still at level 0, so they don't do like any extra damage. As soon as I start attacking them, which I plan to do quite soon, that's going to get a lot worse. That's for sure. Like a whole lot worse. Okay, we need a couple of these to bring in. And honestly, we're going to need more space than that. Give me like a twofer on this. And this is going to come down to here and here and here. And if I'm honest with myself, this does not need to be on a belt. This can just go. These fellas here they can go. How do I want to do this? I'm going to do something a little goofy here. We're going to actually come out a tile. And then we're going to run along. And then we're going to go a couple forward and down. No, I need to go up. Because I want to get this sort of like there. And then we can do that. And we can turn, I think. Oh, whatever. And we'll do this. Okay, and then we'll bring you along. And the reason I'm doing all these shenanigans is because this stuff is like kind of needed to make oil, but it's really only needed in one place, which is going to be right over here. Sure, go down there. I hate the way this looks. This is very stupid. We could do better. Okay, you can go up like that for now, but we are eventually going to have another line over here, which is going to be steel, I think. Oh, and you need to move up one. You are in the wrong place, sir. Much better. Yeah, okay, so you'll output your stuff onto there. You're at 44, and you know what? That's actually enough. I don't ever need any more of these. 67 is plenty. We've made as many of those as we need to make for a long time. So I want you to put all your efforts into moving that. Okay, lovely. You are bringing those over. That means you're going to send these down, and then we need to bring them across. Okay, and then these are going to go into here and here. And that's going to be our oil pumps. Excuse me, are you working? Oh, you're still stacking them in there? Okay, let's going to back up in there first. Oh, you know what we can do? Is we can do this. We can just make that a lower tier one. And then it's slow. Nice mole, thank you. You've been on X4 with the Star Wars mod kick? Tell me about X4. What should I know about X4? Is it any good? I've heard about it. I've never played them. X4 Foundations, right? Is it more like Factorio, or is it more like...
Research complete.
What am I thinking here? Is it more like Factorio, or is it more like Eve Dangerous? Eve Online? Elite Dangerous, that's what it's called. Sorry, I've never played the game. Okay, I want an oil extractor and an oil refinery. And then we're going to put those in boxes. And we've seen this a couple times by now. Okay, you put those away. What else do we need here? You are... I mean, I really just need like 1 stack of those and maybe 3 stacks of these. We need stone for both. Yes. I have a better plan. No, this is not going to work. I'm going to have to bring 2 lines of stone. That's okay. What was it? It's exactly the steel as well for both of them. Okay. You don't take iron. You take... I'm like dizzy, man. I'm like... Alright, you come in with this. Give the man some stone. Okay, so we can't make oil until we make steel. So let's make some steel. But we can get this set up so that when the steel comes, she rides. Or something. Just be like, imagine I was like a little bit more sane when I said it. Yes,
Upgrade
dude.
complete.
Okay. The steel is going to come from here. Which is why I didn't want to build anything on this line. Because this is going to be the steel line. And said steel needs to come in. We'll have 1 bit going down here. To this point. And that's going to bring it into there. Oh, I love this mold design. It's so simple to build things, man. It's just straight lines. And it all comes together. It is not the most compact, I will admit. If space is at a premium, is definitely not the best way to do things. Alright, so you are going to get steel if we had any. We do not... Spoilers? We do not have any. Okay, steel's going to do a little detour around there. But steel is actually very, very easy to make. We just smelt iron twice. Does that sound familiar? There's a couple other games which attempt something just like that, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. Dry throat. Oh no. No, no. Oh no. Big scratch. Oh. You okay? Oh, she fell down. Poor thing. Hold on. Hold on. You've seen enough of me for a second. Hold on. Just... Aw. Aw. She fell down. Lily. Lily. Hello. Yeah, it's quite a rump you got there. Let's adjust the camera a bit. There we go. Oh, she's so pretty. Yes. Oh, people who don't like cats are gonna hate it here, but that's fine. They're not welcome. She's so pretty. Hanadi, hello, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Okay. Gamers, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not loving this base setup. It's all, but like, I have such a bad habit of like, I just love early game in games. I'm just like, I just want to restart. What if we just like restart and do it all again? What if we just do it all again? A little bit of fun. Nobody gets hurt. Just run it back. I just don't know. This is a terrible idea, by the way. I just don't know if I can do it better a second time, but I believe that I can do it better a second time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Like, the faith is strong with this one in himself, and it's like completely undeserved. Your kitty will turn 16 in October. Oh, so old. What a good fella. Lily is the ripe age of 1 and some change. She is unt baby. Just a little baby, man.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, the upgrade is complete. Oh, very good, you know. Alright. Hear me out. We're going to snake our way up here. Star Wars mod turns X4 into a Star Wars universe with the Star Wars ships and such. I used to be a big Star Wars guy. Like, I was a big Star Wars guy. And then the... I don't know, man. After Disney took it over, I just didn't have the sauce for me anymore. It wasn't really the plot lines and stuff. The movies were just kind of bad. It made me, like, look unfavorably upon the first ones again. But then I go back and rewatch it, and I'm like, nah, never mind. This shit fucking rocks. But I'm not as much of a Star Wars guy as I perhaps once would have been. Like, the pendulum has swung in a very different direction, you know? Also, let's, just for the research, let's just siphon 100 of these off the charts. That way I can walk slightly faster at some point. Okay, steel flows. Very slowly, but it flows. I mean, a lot of it is being stolen by that. That'll stop after the first 100. And that means we are now producing this good stuff right over here. Or at least we should be. Why do I not have any of you? It's because you're still putting it in here, aren't you? Yes, you are, because this had to back up to 10 of them in storage. Oh, this game sometimes. Okay. Now we start backing these up. Again, the mall is not fast. It is really not fast, but it is stable.
Research complete.
And that's all a girl can ask for, really. I don't think I'm going to use the hollow beacons. So what's the gimmick? Is I can see you from space? Yeah. Okay. Okay, at least now we know where we are at all times. How does the new kitty introductions? Macbeth, not great, if I'm honest with you. Lily, pictured here, may look adorable, but is actually a demon wearing wonderful orange fur. She is, as the kids say, und bastard. Und klein bastard. And, she has been running into the new little kitty's room and like just screaming at her, hissing, and then running out. And that's like, we're trying to keep them separated, and she like busts in, man. She like literally breaks into the room so that she can bully this poor tiny little cat. All right, stations, everybody. Time for the show. I'm gonna run maintenance on this. I think I've got some bullets. Oh, easy clear. Easy clear, dude. Maybe we can take them on, man. I just don't think we should take the same approach we did at the start of the stream. I think that might have been a bit misguided. We are currently researching the battlefield analysis base. And having that's going to be pretty sweet. Your mom's house so big it takes up 1/4 of the planet? Yeah, because she has to fit in it somehow. Oh! Let me get another one of these. Basically what I'm asking you, gamers, is do we abandon this run so that I can play the early game again? Because it's my favorite part. We need to go dig up some oil. There's a river here. That's quite close to the pole, and you need to do oil processing on the equator. It is one of those things where it's kind of just not negotiable. So I guess over here would be interesting. 2 days in a row, the factory must indeed grow. It must, and I'm already at the point, Senate, where I'm like, the factory's grown enough. We need to start again. Redo it all from base principles. Set fire to everything that we've ever known, and maybe just rip it all out and try again. Before I do anything, I am going to go get the engines and the flight stuff so that I can do upgrades to my mech, because we are so unbelievably slow. Yeah, I just need some of these. Oh, I did not need to make that many. Crap. 1 stack would have been fine. Okay, and then I think I just need some coal to finish that off.
Research complete.
Yay! Yay! And I need a few of those. Okay, and then upgrades. So, this first, please. Dear God. Thank you. Then this. Then this. Then I have to walk over. Okay, I need steel. I need like 120 steel. I need these. That can get chucked. I'm never going to use them. The counters, I don't bother with them. I think it's time to sleep now. Good luck conquering the world. Thank you, Trekker Tech. Just stand in here, picking up steel. You know how dogs is and all that. There we go, 120. Let's walk our way over to the other side of the planet. Did I get a battlefield base for free? No, I have to make them. Okay, and that does require microcrystalline components, which requires silicon, which we actually happen to have on this planet because we got a head start in that respect. Are you planning to restart or just build a new starter base? I'm planning to, like, restart. Like, from scratch. If that seems insane to you, that's because you have a functional prefrontal cortex. We don't do that here. I just want you to know that, okay? I want you to know you're in the minority. And we're walking very slightly faster, people. The future is now. The future is now. Start over and rush the Geneva Convention nukes. Mostly, I just need a planet with better resource distribution, man. This is awful. It's so limited and so spread out. And not in, like, an interesting way. It just kind of, like, takes a month to walk anywhere kind of way. I've gone the wrong goddamn direction. Could take another swing at the planetary logistics idea. That is true as well. There was something in there, man. I don't know. There was something in there. Okay, what did you need? It was 150 and 50. Okay, we got plenty. Beautiful. So, put that away. And the rest of it can get... And actually, I can now get... I'm going to take a couple stacks of this with me, just because it's super useful fuel. And you could put some of this away as well. I just don't need as much as I've got in my tank. There we go. Okay, that's going to give us more inventory space, which is going to be very nice. And that's going to give us plenty of fuel. Very nice. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to bust it out because ultimately the point of this is for you guys to enjoy watching something. So, start a poll. Do we
Upgrade
push
complete.
on with this space or start a new one? Start a new. Oh, let's say carry on. And think of England. Okay. Start anew. One line inventory capacity. Thank you. Thank you. Very cool. But I can't. Okay, the chat has now been hidden. If you continue, you'll unlock the flight mode, which will make you move fast if you hate slowly walking everywhere. True. True. We are about to get there. Well, let your votes do the talking, people. 37 viewers. That's enough of a caucus, I think, or we can have quorum here. The Caucasus Mountains. Okay, and that can all get put away. And then it's just back to this. Just going through and dropping off all the surplus. And there is no more surplus. Okay. Okay, people are pretty in favor of pushing through. All right, in that case, we start planning for oil. I've got 2 oil extractors. Let me go get the liquid pumps. These fellas right here. I will take every single one of them. We might use them all, to be honest. And 20 pumps will be plenty. So if we continue on, we are going to need to very quickly... we're basically going to have to continue on this sort of like bootstrap approach until we get to planetary logistics and then ultimately interplanetary logistics as well. Because, yeah, it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle, I think, otherwise. Because we're going to run out of resources here real quick. I am going to get a pair of these running. For the simple reason that I think it would be kind of cool, since we have silicon on the starting planet because of the Galactic Scale mod, let's leverage that and get ourselves access to some solar panels maybe, but also to, I think more valuably, no, we want to do that. I want to get access to battlefield logistics stations because they are incredibly cool. We can then put the fog on farm, and maybe the dark fog can provide us some of the resources we need. That would be pretty sick. All right. And actually, why don't you come out this side for max speed? Perfect. So, in, out, and paste. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. So I need to make these things, and these things require... Where are they? They require thrusters, which we have, and they require microcrystalline components, which we are soon to have here. We could make solar panels, but the wind turbines work fine for now. I don't think we need to worry about that just yet. So why don't you put one of these here? You are going to make... I need to research microcrystalline components. Whoopsie. It is this one. Semiconductor material. Okay. Once that's researched, we can make the stations, and then we can fight the fog. Yes. Okay, so while we wait for that to happen, is there anything... Those need copper as well, I think. Yeah. So let's grab a fork of the copper line. Gorgeous, and we can put a power pole right there. And you are going to make me the microcrystalline components, which I can't set yet, but that's okay. We'll put a single stack here. Let's clear this thing out, and then you are going to feed from the boxes. Oh. You are going to go... I'm going to just adjust things very slightly here. This, again, bootstrap. You know how it is. You are going to make me... these. Eventually we'll have this on the bus, but for now we just do this. And you need steel and you need circuits. Okay, circuits are easy to get. Steel we can steal.
Complete.
Those are bullets. Where is the steel? There's the steel. I think we can probably siphon some steel back through here at some point. Yeah, let's cut that off. Place you here. And then you can steal these over there. So that instead, I can bring some steel down here. It's a little roundabout, but it gets us there. Ooh, too far, huh? Well, easy fix. Lovely. So much spaghetti. Oh my god. I can fly. Yes. I can fly. I can fight. Is this what you guys want? This is what you came here for? The bar is so low, man. It's so low. Okay, you're going to output these little fools into there. And what am I missing? Just the microcrystalline components, which we're about to research. Okay, and here comes the next wave. Wonderful. Let's see what they do with it. Alright, I'd say the poll votes are pretty conclusive. People wanted to continue. The other 33 people are watching on their second monitor. I don't blame you. I do the same. I think I'm generally just going to sit here until the fog attacks. They will probably attack here again. Just again, because we haven't really like changed our layout very much. But this is going to push them up to level 1. Which is going to be a little bit scarier.
Dark fog clusters launching an assault.
72 units incoming. And they are indeed heading straight for us. And there's the microcrystalline components. Beautiful. I'd love to get one of these battlefield stations right now. If possible. Okay, it's being input. It's being input. How many of these do you need? You need 6. Okay, we won't get it for this fight, but we'll have it for the next one.
Building destroyed.
Uh-oh. That's a wind turbine. That's fine. We can make more of those. Oh, okay, there's a lot more of them this time around. Oh, and that turret's gonna be a little bit overwhelmed, I think. Run. Oh, we can fly! I forgot. Shoot him. Oh, so huge. Oh, it's so much better. Oh, it's so much better, man. Oh, it's so much better. It's so much better. Okay. All right. And of course, now you produce one of these. Give me one of them. So this is the Battlefield Logistics Station. Sorry, Battlefield Analysis Space. That's what the names are gibberish, to be honest. You only ever need like 2 of these in a single combat zone. But of course, we now know what we must do. We are going to go and build a big old bullet farm. And then I think I'm going to try and aggro the fog. I don't want them going over here because this is a nice flat empty build area. And that's where we're probably going to build our late game base. So I'd like to fight them right here in this little reserve. Which means that our initial plan of mine this copper and smelt it and whatever continues. And then I think once we've got the Foghorn Farm, we can move into the oil refining. Because I need to wait for the bus. I need to wait for the base to build those things for me. It's a little overwhelmed right now with all the additions. All right, lovely. And we'll put both of those down, but we'll only take one lane out for the moment, and this is gonna just make bullets as before. I do have you on my second monitor. It's work time. That's what I'm saying. No hatred. No hatred. I get it. I get it. You know what? I respect it too. Not too much. I don't want to give you ideas above your station, but a little. A little. Alright, plug that in. This is going to go all the way to the end. And then, of course, we bring this up. Lovely. And just a slightly saner design this time as well. Okay, and then you're going to make me bullets. And normally this is so early. I normally wouldn't even bother until I got, what do you call them? The missiles. The missiles are amazing. We love missiles. But this will work for now. Excuse me. So sorry about that. I got a bit of a dry throat at the moment. You know what? Why don't we do something like this? I kind of like this design. Very compact. I do know we did research the blueprints and haven't used them at all. That's because I do actually have like a set of blueprint designs I always use, and I haven't busted them out yet because I'm too afraid to look if they still work. I don't want to see the answer because I know it's going to be no. Okay, you've got input, input, input. Okay, you make these, please. Thank you. And these. And these. And these. And I'm going to let you stack. Let's do like 500 rounds? Yeah. Let's get a little bit of a buffer going. And then, oh, this is a very compact build. I like this. And then we bring it all together in the middle. So doing it with sorters like this is not ideal if you want maximum throughput. These are always going to be slower than a belt just running, but it does mean you get to put in a buffer, right, in between. So it's one of many ways you can achieve that. Okay, and where do I want the front to be? I think I want 2 layers of defenses. I think we're going to want something like this. Once we trigger the fog, they should continually attack us if we're close enough. So we'll build this, and we might have to copy-paste it somewhere else. Okay, and I'm going to do a second line. Well, hold on. Let's first put down these. So the benefit of these things is that they pick up items for you. So when the dark fog drops a bunch of junk, these will pick them up for us. So we'll have that there, and then I need a bunch of like belts coming out of it, basically. And then I think I'll do a 2-stack. And let's see how this works. Okay, bring the belt in. And we will run all the way along, back row first. Because the front row is honestly mostly going to be there as cannon fodder. Oh, I need more belts. That's been a while. Okay, before we turn this on, let's go get more belts, because they chunk a lot of power. Has your quiet enjoyment of Warhammer 40k lore got you about either Dawn of War 4 or Total Warhammer 40k? I love Total War games. I grew up on Rome Total War. It was one of the first strategy games I played after Age of Empires, actually. So I mean, just the IP as a game doesn't interest me that much. Space Marine looked kind of fun. I never played it, but my friends who did said it was like a really fun time. So that might end up on the Rhoda. Little, but maybe not on the channel. Like, I might just play it myself. And I've played the Warhammer Total War games. They're fun, but it's not really what we do. It's like most space themed stuff. I played Dawn of War 2. It's incredible. I played Dawn of War. Incredible. I did not play Dawn of War 3 or 4 though. So I can't speak to the goodness thereof, but I'm sure they're great. Okay, let's use one of these. And then, here we go. Okay, so these fellas have output slots all around them. Like in all four corners, basically. And they can output like a lot of materials. And so, I think we'll start right here. And you can set filters for what they will eventually pick up as well. Or at least you used to be able to. I don't know, actually. I mean, I haven't played this in a long time. I don't know what's still in the game and what's not. So let's bring you along. We're going to come up a line, and then you're going to go back through. And then, of course, you will loop back around. Okay, lovely. And this is just like a preservation of resources thing. I am actually going to set up a filter here. And the whole purpose of this thing is going to be just to... We'll feed in the surplus first, and then we'll bring in the rest. So the input priority is going to be on that side. Did you connect? No. There we go. Yeah, so bring him in from the top, output him to the side. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now, power. That should be good. Just like so. And then you should be fine if I put you there, there, and there. Lovely. And as you can see, we've just tanked our power grid because they take an insane amount of energy. So let's put down some more wind turbines quickly before we attack the fog.
Flight mode.
Blueprint tour when? Very shortly, I think. I designed all the blueprints in previous Dyson Sphere Program playthroughs. So if you would like to see more content on this game from this channel, we have, I think, 3 full playthroughs of DSP. There's one, like, to the end of the game vanilla playthrough before they added Dark Fog. There's one full playthrough, although I think we had to stop at the end because of lag. But there's one pretty major playthrough of the mod They Come From the Void, which was kind of the precursor to the devs adding a vanilla version of the Dark Fog. It was kind of like a community-built version by a Chinese developer. Who was actually quite active in those streams. So that was pretty cool. He added a bunch of features while we were playing it. What else? We've also then done I think a full playthrough, if I'm not mistaken, of the Dark Fog update. So like there's a lot of Dyson Sphere Program out there for those with the will and the power to find it. You just need to find it. So good hunting. I mean, it's all linked in the playlist tab, right? You could just go look. This planet is very nice to build on. It may not have any resources, but it is very nice to build on. It is very easy. There's just no water. I mean, there's a little bit of water, but there's not much water. Okay, almost out of turbines. I'm just going to max this out so we don't have to do this again for a little while. I feel called out. What was that in relation to? Sorry, I have not been reading chat. I've been... Well, it's a factory game. You guys know how it is. Kind of locked in a little bit here. Sir, I'm a game dev. The only respect you deserve is to be shown the trash can. Wrong? Wrong? Okay.
Flight mode.
You are a beautiful person, and I love you. Specifically you. You may not know this yet, but we are engaged to be married. You and I. And ever since the day I laid eyes on you first, I've known that you were the man or woman or person or
Dark fog
sheep,
clusters
perhaps,
launching
for
an assault.
me. No, I'm just talking shit, man. Okay, let's test this out. So these fellas will start picking stuff up for me as and when the combat concludes. Ooh. Oh, they also have their own drones, and they can do repairs. And just like that, we got a bunch of crap. Look at that. Look at that. So we can now filter what we want. Oh, sorry, we used to be able to filter what the dark fog gave us. So let's see if we can still do that. Drop filter settings. Yes. Okay, so I can say, don't give me soil. Don't give me logs. Don't give me plants. I don't want that crud. Okay. We are at level 2. So at level 2, the fog will drop nothing extra. So right now when they come, we will get iron, we'll get copper, we will get stone, and we will get magnets, right? Once they hit level 3, we will then start getting silicon and graphite and steel and stuff, and that's all really useful. That's all incredible. And level 6, you get some really good stuff. We don't need the stone. We really don't need the magnets. But what I will do is I will now set up some filters. So let's pick this crud out of there, because they're not going to give us that anymore. I do love that you can kind of select your drops. It's a nice little feature. And you know what I'm going to do? Can I set filters on my inserters? On my sorters. I don't know if you can in this game. I should be able to do this. Okay, so you'll just dump everything you've got in the box. That's perfect. Yes, and now we can double up the boxes. Okay, so now I can put you like that. And 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 I can put you like that. Alright, so can I set filter? I can set filters. Okay. So that's very interesting. So I want you to filter iron. I want you to filter copper. And I want you to filter magnets. And then we're going to do this all again. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, and we can add more later. And then the idea here... So then I can bring these out. Or do I just... You guys, I don't want to just put anything in the box, because it's going to fill up the inventory, and that's where I'm going to pull stuff out from. I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to do this. Sorry. So we're going to have 3 lanes coming out of here. Right? Yes, that makes sense. And I think for simplicity, we put you like this. And then we have that lane connects. Oh, it's not going to work. These need to be further apart. This would be something we should blueprint, I think. I think this is a good candidate for blueprinting. So let's go figure this out. Soil is never a downside. Yeah, but doesn't it? Can someone explain to me how the dark fog loot table works? Because the way I understood it is, if you pick soil, for example, it takes the place of like a better drop, like stone. So does it work like if you would have got soil and you've deselected soil, you just get nothing? Or does it then bump up to the next possible loot item? Because if it's the first one, then yes, we should just enable soil. But if it's not, then I don't think we should take it, right? Can you deplete the planet's water supply? No, water is infinite, thankfully. That would be real painful, trust me, if it wasn't. Okay, you go here. I need to build... I don't actually have like a filtered output thing for you. Like I don't have a setup for that. So we're gonna make a nice little blueprint here. I've done this wrong somehow. Whoops. You go there. Okay, let's think realistically. What are we ever going to want out of one of these? We're going to definitely want iron. We're going to definitely want copper. We're going to definitely want magnets. Right? We're always going to take that stuff out. What else are we going to take out of these things in the future? Realistically, I mean, eventually we'll have interplanetary logistics stations and then this doesn't matter. But I'm thinking now, maybe we want... to take a look at what else gets dropped. Let's see. So from what we've unlocked and can see, we can get silicon, which I'll take. We can get steel, which I'll take. Everything's a separate probability. Okay, so it makes no difference. All right, so you just take out the stuff you don't want to see. All right, well, I don't want these. I don't want these. I don't need that. We have so much coal. What we don't have is iron and copper. So anything that takes iron and copper, we should get, right? So we should have filters for silicon, for steel, for gears. Yes. Okay, so we'll do this one as like the basic components. So gears, circuits, and magnetic coils. And then I would love to do one over here. I think the sorting might actually... hold on. Maybe we've got this all backwards. Maybe the sorting doesn't happen at this point. Maybe this just puts stuff out onto a damn belt. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't put it in the box yet. The box can just be used to expand the inventory. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm beginning to see.
Research
hold on.
complete.
New plan. Pivot. We pivot. The box expands the inventory because you can stack them. Okay, and we can stack them to 2 for now, so we stack them to 2. That just makes the inventory in here bigger. Then everything, and I mean everything, gets put on a belt. And eventually we make the belt bigger, but for now it all just goes on the damn belt. And the belt comes to here, and then this is going to go into like a super mega sorter. At least that's the plan. And we're also going to have to move this all down to a better equatorial point, because this is too far. We're too far north. Okay, stack. Why did you not get inputs? What the hair? Is that not... oh, that's not a thing. Okay, so it's only on the sides. That simplifies things a little bit. So we can come, like, right in here to that point, and right in here to that point. Okay. And then we need to do, like, a whole bunch of sorting. But the nice thing about that is we can do all that sorting later on. We don't have to do it, like, right now. So let's put down a pair of these. Okay, and then we copy that, and we put it back down. And I'm going to do right there. Too close? Too close to what? Forced to build. Okay, let's pick all these up. Too close. Oh, it doesn't like... I guess something about the parallel we're building it on it doesn't like. That's okay. I don't pay it to like things.
Dark fog cluster is launching an assault.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's do this, baby. And you're too far away. Oh, God, they are coming. Oh, Lord, they coming. All right. All right, good stuff. Also, we are not close enough to trigger a permanent attack, clearly. So we need to move a little closer. But I'm going to get the blueprint correct, and then we'll bump it up. Could we sneak a few of them out? What do you think? Damn, they're getting strong. Oh, scheisse, they are getting strong. Okay. Can I steal this? If we compact this even further, if we pick all this up and we copy these, right? And then we delete them all, lag the hell out of the game. If we can pack these even further up, we might be able to get this like onto the next planetary rung. I want to fight them. Alternatively, we can also just move lengthwise across. I think over here could work. It doesn't look like there's too much water. And it looks like that's exactly what we might have to do. So let's copy that. We're going to save that blueprint. And I think if we come in like... Yeah, these are too small. It won't work there. So I think if we're like here, they might attack me. Yeah, that might work. All right, let's try that again. He's beginning to see, chat. We pivot, we pivot. You can read about how probabilities work in the drop filter screen. Ah, I see the problem. I see the problem. I don't read. I don't do that. I don't do that. That's the mistake. That book behind me, it's Soviet propaganda. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Okay, we're going to put the damn filter over here instead. Which means that this is now the return line, actually. At least it will be. As soon as it gets built. There we go. That's going to be the return line. Okay, before they come blow all that up, let's plug this in, and then we need to get power over here. Just a little bit of power, please, sir. Thank you. Oh god, here come that threat. Okay, they should attack this, I'm hoping. Okay, here come the bullets. Bit of a gap in the line here, fellas. Is that... No foundation, huh? Yeah. 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 That's not good. Alrighty, before I poke the bear, I am just going to allow this to turn. It's not ideal because only this corner is really fighting, so maybe we do have a bit of time here before they figure out what I'm up to. Let's put in a little bend in the let's put a corner in basically. That should be fine. And then it comes here and then goes there. Okay, perfect. It's the song that sounds like the Charlie XCX song, man. It's great. It's so similar. It's crazy. Okay, so you're going to definitely do most of the heavy lifting. You're not going to do a ton, if anything ever. So I'm actually going to... I'll leave you there, but I think we might be getting another one of these fellas at some point. Let's just put it that way. You can get picked up, and I am going to put down... another one of these here. We don't have it, but we will get one. And I'm actually going to continue to expand this. I hate that it goes over the meridian. It's like, it's going to be super scuffed. But it's, I mean, it's something, right? And then I need foundation. Okay, we haven't researched foundation yet, so I can't build it. Unfortunately, Isaac Asimov will not be with us today. Be careful, did you just say Scheiße? You might summon the Germans? Brother, that's what it's all about, okay? I live for the Deutsch. Okay. Okay. Okay, that should aggro them. Yep. Here we go. Oh, Scheiße. Yeah, that's certainly a start. Okay, why are we not picking up stuff? What's the holdup here, pal? We are picking up stuff. Oh, you are not filtered. Oh my god. You're too close. You're too close. It doesn't work. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. That's what it was warning me about, huh? That's what it was warning me about, huh? It's okay, we can fix this. We'll just rebuild it from first principles. It's really unfortunate to be fighting them this far up. Normally they're... Well, in my previous playthroughs, they've often been nearer to the equator, which is a bit nicer to work with. Yeah, we're just going to have to do a slightly longer route, which is going to slow things down a touch, but, you know, c'est la vie. Dude, I was at Korean class today, and my Korean teacher, out of nowhere, just goes, c'est la vie. I was like, ma'am? You speak that? That's crazy. She's so sweet. Kim 선생님. She's like a 50-something-year-old Korean lady. And she's teaching Aisha and I how to speak Korean, and she's just so nice, man. 네, 한국말 조금 한국어 조금 말해요. no, 잘 지냈어요. 네. 네 달 전부터 한국어 공부했어요. 네, 맞아요. 맞았어요. That's right. I am very handsome. Thank you for saying that. Okay, so now we've got free infinite loot forever. They've already hit level 3. So we're getting the silicons and the whatnots already, which is pretty sweet. Without me even having to do nothing. Okay, new playthrough idea. Dark Fog farm only. Has this been done? Has anyone been that stupid? The early game would be so painful. Can you imagine? Alright. So we're stacking racks right now, man. What's the upgrade for the vertical limit? Inventory capacity would be sweet. What's the... Oh, it's red science. Okay. So we now have one thing we do need to be doing, which is filtering all this crap. So again, let's just figure this out. We're soon going to get these as well, which is awesome. I don't really need those. Energy shard drops. I don't need those. I don't want that stuff. These are there to clog up your stuff. It's fuel you can use, but it's just not worth it, trust me. Okay, so now we want to filter all of these inventories. And to do that, we will use the Great Chain. And I think we're going to go that way with it, so it heads back towards the base. This is the plan. I don't know if this is sane. I mean, it's not sane, but we're going to try our best, okay? So how do we want to do this? I think the line needs to go in, and then it needs to have stuff split off it. Every few tiles. So this is what I'm thinking. I don't know if this is a good plan or not. So please feel free to share your contraptions. So my thinking was like, okay, so here we have, okay, well, I need to undo that now. Crap. Just disconnect that one. Here we would have like line 1 going out, line 2 going out, 3, 4, and these would be like the different resources. So like, let's say, for example, we filter you for iron, and then we filter you for copper, and then we filter you for magnets. See what I'm getting at here? And then you could be coils and so on and such. Is this the way you would do it? Okay, Grozzolino, that's too much German. 한국에서 영어 선생님 안 내셨어요? 네? Fuck. I am not a Korean teacher. I am not an English. Wait. 한국에서 in Korea 영어 선생님이 나셨. Oh no, I don't work as a English teacher in Korea. I work as a human rights lawyer in Korea. 인권 변호사입니다. Okay. Is this the way to do this? I don't know if this is the way to do this, mate. But it does sound good. Oh, shit, that sounds good. Maybe I've got a blueprint. Chat, where are all my blueprints? Weren't you an English teacher in Korea? I was. For 2 years, I was an English teacher in Korea. Wait, I can do this. Hold on. Hold. Pause the game. I have to think. I have to, like, switch gears. Okay, that's the cat. Okay, sure, you can look at that. For 2 years would be... in Korea. So, 한국에서... So, 저는 한국에서 영어 선생님을 2년? Would it be 년 or 달? No, 달 is month. So, 2년부터... yeah, 2년부터 인았어요? Is that right? I think that's right. I worked in Korea for 2 years as an English teacher. Is that right? I think so. 예, 고양이입니다. 네, 맞아요. 고양이 두껍다. 네, fat, thick. 두껍다. 이는 E. You're right. It's not 이는. Yes, it's E. You can loop the belt. Yeah, there's still a moment when it can clog. Dude, we blasted this mother trucker, man. Look at this. 심심 한국 경궁. Exactly how are you in this chat? I mean, I love to have you here. Hello. Are you in Korea right now? 한국에 있어요? Correct, I looped it. I made a long highway, but sooner or later it clogs. I'm a human rights lawyer. He says he saw this sentient life for resources. These aren't sentient life, okay? This is like the Claude Opus 0.02 submodel that they feed you on your phone when you use DuckDuckGo because you think you're beating the big guy. Like, this is not the real shit, okay? My king made Korean so easy, yet they're so hard. So, shout out to King Sejong Daewon, one of the all-time greats. Invented fucking best alphabet ever put to paper, but then, like, he hid it away. Whoa, nobody can know for, like, 300 years. Or maybe that was the Japanese, I'm not sure. And now, look at us, bonding. You watch from the Space Engineers series. Well, an old head. Gamers, I have not made any progress here. Sorry, I've been speaking the Korean. This isn't gonna work. This is a bad idea. This is gonna be very hard to do. We need a better scalable system for sorting them shits. Boxes won't work. Boxes are a bad idea. Unless... wait a minute. Let's connect these all up for now. I know this seems insane, and that's because it is. We're going to connect all of these up for the moment, and they're just going to make their way down south, walk in fast, faces past, and we're homebound, yada, yada, yada. You get the idea. And this is going to be pulled away from the front, which may grow longer as time goes on. So I'm going to give myself a little more space. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into here. I'm going to go a little bit lower down, so I got more stable space to work with. There we go. Okay, let's bring the power. And I think we can actually do something with this. I think this could genuinely be kind of a sick idea. I want to build like a proper sorting array for all this stuff. This is, by the way, like absolutely not the recommended order to play this game in. I'm just goofing around right now. Because, as mentioned above, we have played this game like 30 times. So from here, I think we need a bunch of splitters. And I think we're just going to split off just like a bajillion lines. But I want to do this in a modular, scalable way. So we're going to have the line come out. It'll go to you. No, it can't go to you. It has to go to you like this. You'll get a twofer. And then we're actually going to double up. And I'm going to have to go get some more boxes to finish this, but that's okay. So you're going to have something come in. You're going to have something go out. And we're just going to get you all set up. You are going to set a filter here. We're not going to set that filter just yet. And you are going to have all of your connections like so. All right. And then I just need to set this up so I can copy paste it. So you should go to there. You should go to there. And then it should be as easy as doing this. Use now. See, that can be more compact. We could do it like... You could go to there. So... If I were now to do this, will that work? It won't build that one, huh? Okay. Well, then let's just leave this line out because I can just add that in later. Okay, so how many of these do we want? That's the real question. Quite a few. And then we just do this all the way down. And we set the filters. Makes sense, right? That's what the Europeans said when they got to Africa. Listen, okay? We don't need to bring all that up right now. You're gonna go there. Okay, so we got copper iron magnets coming out. You're gonna be... Let's do these ones. Let's do these ones. Let's do some of those. Let's do... I'm probably gonna... if I haven't turned those off, I'm gonna turn those off. And you can do engines. Yep. And you can do plasma exciters. And you can be electric motors. And you can be microcrystalline component. Oh, honestly, I don't really need you. Plastic might be nice to get, though. Okay. And then that one's not connected yet. So let's disconnect that line. Because the way this is going to have to work is then you need to actually turn around and go back. So I'm going to just remove that segment right there. Because the way this is going to have to work is it's going to have to go over to there. You got to flip your direction, connect back up into a splitter with a priority filter. So we don't bring in new stuff. We deal with the old stuff first that hasn't been processed in time. So you go in, you go out, and you are the priority. And then you come in as well. Okay, okay. This could work. This actually could work. It might not work. It probably won't, but it could. But it could. All right. I think it's actually worked. I mean, it's being filtered either way. Steel. We don't have any steel. Flint and steel. Okay, steel can go there. We don't want to deal with these things at all. I'm not going to be getting them, hopefully, too much more. They're really annoying. Oh, dope. Okay. It's all coming together. All right, so we need to go back and get some more boxes. And then I do want to just take out all of these, like, alien shard what's these. I don't want them on my line. We'll burn them in our guy. They do give you some benefits in your machines. Like, there's some, like, tech benefits to it. Like, you can do something with them later. But for now, or at least you could. I don't know if they've changed that. But for now, I think we're good. Let's just take them out of all the boxes so they don't clog everything up. Yeah, probably got most of them. And then I think we can burn them. I'm pretty sure. And we can also put away all the other stuff we want to stack. And let's go back to your mom's house. Oh, that is actually kind of useful. Look at that. Didn't you disable the plasma exciters? I might need to go put them on. Thank you for the reminder. You head out? Cheers, Harold. Thanks for being here, brother. Are we making a line storage? We are now. I don't really know what I'm doing. I've never... Not that I remember. I don't remember doing a sort of stack like that. So I'm just trying out something new, you know? Let's get all the refineries. Thankfully, those are done. That's kind of what I've been... definitely why I've been stalling, was to get all that into place. So very happy to see that it's come together so nicely. I'm just going to fill up on storages and wind turbines and the like. Let's just top up all the various bits and perhaps even some of the pieces. Filter, please. I would take some more turrets. I would take them shamelessly. I don't need any more y'all, but I do need a lot more y'all. Excuse me, what? Ah, well, that explains why that stopped working. There we go. Lovely. And I do need more of you. Okay, off we go.
Flight mode.
So the reason I'm doing this is twofold. One is it's a way for us to turn copper into other resources, and we don't need that much copper. And two, it's a way for us to generate iron, which is the words I just said, but slightly differently. We're not going to bother making anything with these just yet. I'm going to use the regular, you know, stuff first, but eventually we are going to need to probably tap into this. Okay, and then while I'm over here, with all this power and all this responsibility, let's go ahead and figure out what the hell we're doing. So you've got... I did turn off plasma exciters. You're quite right, chat. Let me go sort that out.
Mode.
And it looks like I've got silicon here. Well, in that case, why don't you just be silicon? And you can get filtered out. Okay, so your engines, your plastic. And what are you? Your thrusters. Okay, well, if I'm not seeing any of these yet, let's just make that thrusters. And what else is on the train? Not a ton. But yeah, that just kind of keeps this return line clear, which is what we want. So we can make sure we're filtering through all these things. Am I seeing anything on that line that I don't like just yet? No, I think we're all good for now. Okay, lovely. Yeah, and that has actually cleared that out. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. See, this is the thing, is you get a lot, but you don't get that much. You don't get everything, you know? You don't get everything, kid. I don't think I want microcrystalline components. I don't think I want microcrystalline components. I think I'm going to allow those to not spawn. when the time comes. I think I'm going to turn those off. And I'd rather just get plastic and electric motor drops. And I will allow the silicon to come through, but the rest of it, yeah, it's fine. All right. So all of that was being done so that we can do this. Just put down one of these. This is a crude oil mine. It pulls crude oil out of the ground. We then are also going to need some of these. These are liquid pumps. They pull liquid out of the ground. You may notice I haven't bothered building landfill yet, and that's just genuinely because we don't have that much land we need to fill. So it's kind of a huge waste of very limited iron resources we have. All right, that's going to be enough for now. I guess let's do some oil refining. So with oil being produced, we need to put them into a box. And I don't have... Oh, I need to fly back. I need to get my oil boxes. Well, let's get this pumping so that we can start pulling up some oil. And I think that will give us, yes, our first milestone there. Oh my god, Gosrilino, thank you so... Sorry, wait, one more second. Grozolino, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Sorry, I didn't see that at all. Man's too focused on the game that he's playing on this gaming channel? Ridiculous. These memberships have been sponsored by the German government. Well, I'm glad that the bureaucracy has achieved something. How the trains looking these days? Ah, look at this. We didn't put the box down. Oh, man. You guys want to get in here and sort this all out? Germany, we could use you. Another 10 from the Senate, not to be outbid. The man outbids them all. Thank you. That is very kind of you, sir.
Flight mode.
Thank you very much. 10 gifties, Senate. You don't have to do that, man. You've done enough. Thank you very much. That's very, very helpful. Question for Grosolino. Are you an Adam something viewer? I, like many young men my age, got into his content when he was like ragging on Elon Musk in Dubai, and it was like contrarian to do so at that point. And I was like, yeah, this is intellectual content. I like this. And then, you know, unfortunately, time comes for us all, especially Adam something, and his takes are now more like,
actually, did you know that I'm right about everything?
There was a really funny community post he did once where he was like just critiquing a Warhammer 40k book, and he was just like, the prose is like unnecessarily verbose, and it could simply be written like this, and he like rewrites it, and everyone was like, you have missed the point of the article, and it's worse now. Oh, sorry, this is like character assassination for a person you don't know who they are. Yeah. Anyway, I bring it up because they frequently talk about Germany on their channel. They still come up in my recommendeds because YouTube never... Unsubscribing doesn't actually seem to do anything anymore. Because I clicked on a video once 5 years ago, I will now be allowed to see it for the rest of my life for free. It's very kind of them. Sean, you're too slick to get sponsored. It's damn true. Really? Not a single... We got 33 young men here and not a single Adam something viewer? Incredible. I'm amazed. You're not missing out on it. It's probably uncalled for. Oh, we are just about to cross the threshold into level 6, which actually makes me want to expand this very slightly. So let's put in another line. And you're going to be set to these, because we are bringing those in. Okay, and this... Normally this wouldn't work very well, just because of the sheer amount of space it takes up, but I think it's okay for now. I think it's okay for now. It's going to take a while to fill this up. Life, Miguel. Life. Next up, oil refinery. Okay. How do we do this? Put you down. I've forgotten how we do this. I used to have a whole freaking build, man. Maybe I still do. Hold on. YouTube Studio. Go to your channel.
Chatting?
Search up
Dyson Sphere Program?
go to Largely Unemployed, search Dyson Sphere. I used to be one of those YouTubers that gave people blueprints, and now I'm like, yeah, I don't do it because of the fun of the game. It's for you to discover for yourself. That's certainly why. The blueprint pack in the description of the first video I click on. He's my GOAT. He's my GOAT. LU's YouTube blueprints. Download that fucking shit right now, man. Yes, dude. Yes. Okay, I'll put the link in the chat as well. Here you go. Copy the link. Paste it here. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Go dig around there, you little Dyson Sphere goblins. Okay, it's not sending. It's just putting spaces into the message. There we go. All right, we have successfully downloaded it. Excuse me. Now I need to extract the files. Yes. Between the horrors of Tarkov Hardcore and the peaceful agony of Randy, Blood and Dust, the manufactorum of suffering, that is Dyson Sphere Space Engineers Factorio, which is my preference. I cannot believe I'm about to say this to you, but the single best game to have ever been streamed, or that I have ever streamed, for the perfect balance of action, chatting, and just unbelievable comedy, was Escape from Tarkov. It is every other creator I've seen play it. Not every other one. That's not fair at all. There's people like also like Aqua FPS who are hilarious. A lot of the creators in that space are very serious people. Like hardcore military sim types who they want to play the game the way it was designed to be. Then you get like idiots like me who just want to goof off a little bit. And God, it was so funny. Tarkov is one of the funny, like some of the clips we pulled out of that game are some of my favorite shorts we've ever made, man. They're so good. And there's just no other game like it. And you know what it is? It's because like, I get too invested in playing the game that I don't stream. I don't like talk to you people. That's why we're here, is for this part, not for this part. Like the game is... Okay, you can't see, I'm pointing at my monitor. The game is like 2% of the stream. All right? The interaction is the 98%. The game is the vehicle for it. And for games like this, they're too focused. And so I don't interact with you as much. But with Tarkov, you're just walking everywhere all the fucking time. So like there is like so much room to just chat, which is so cool. And it's just something that kind of miss from all this. Okay, how do I open my blueprints? Show an explorer. Paste here. Okay. Now, let's try this. So Tarkov, unbelievably, was my favorite one. And there's LU's YouTube blueprints. We're so freaking back, dude. Give me my basic builds. Oh, it's all here. Basic oil refining. If you want to know how to do this, you just open the game, click on Show and Explore to go to your blueprints folder, and then paste the link in chat that I just sent into your browser, download the folder, extract it, and then paste that extracted folder, the unzipped folder, into the library that this gives you. I'm thinking... Oh, and by the way, the structure of these folders is the same as the folders in there, like in your Windows Explorer. So we're going to start with X-ray cracking. Is that the first one? No, I think I need to do like a little ghetto build first, right? Yeah, we need to do plasma refining first. But I can just, if I'm not mistaken, I can just build this at scale. So this is the little build I came up with for this. And I remember this being like kind of great. That's the equator. Yeah, let's build it right frickin' here, man. Although that is going to get in the way of this, so let's build it right frickin'. There are 2 oil patches there and there. We are going to need a lot more oil. This is going to grow vertically. Although, honestly, that's going to grow to the side and vertically. So we don't want to build the oil here. That's going to be in the way. Nope. So we're going to go over here. And we're going to build it over here. Okay, so oil comes in on the bottom, right? So we'll do a one piece right there on the equator, just like that. And then these tile. So we can build several of them. And I believe you want to build 6. And it looks something like this once you get it going. So let's go set this up. I don't think we need the water yet. We are going to need the water later, though. But I'm going to take the oil with me now. And it was somewhere like there. And we're going to need a lot more conveyor belts, let me tell you. This is not going to be enough. I can already tell I'm going to need to go back for more. Foot waxing with Callum from Bitemarks was the best stream. You might have a fetish. I don't want this to be the way you find out. Because that was categorically a bad stream. We did play I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Look, this was 8 years ago. I don't know how you're extracting this information out of me. We did play I Love You, Colonel Sanders dating simulator, which admittedly was kind of cracked. Like, it was insanely cool. In that it was so bizarre that the mind shudders at the thought of a sentient sapient person voluntarily creating that with their time. But who am I to judge? It's the Tater. Oh my god, the whole gang is here. The Americans must have just woken up. Hello. Thank God for daylight savings time. Hello, old man Tater. Hello. Long time no stream. How you been, King? How you been? We're playing some Dyson Sphere Program because we've lost all control of our lives. How about you? Okay, so why am I building oil? Many people are asking because I haven't once mentioned it. It is because I need to research the next level of tech, the energy matrix. And to make that, we need hydrogen. To get hydrogen, we have to crack oil. We gotta go big oil, boys. And I managed to extract my favorite blueprint for this, which is my oil processing plant, which I did not design myself, but stole off, I'm going to want to say, a British YouTuber at some point in the not-so-distant past. Because I vaguely remember him having a British accent, the person who showed me how to design this. Knockoff Cyndi Lauper-ass song. Bro! I know, right? There's so many in this playlist that I'm like, these are almost cool. I can't use copyrighted music, so we use Epidemic Sound. Yay. Okay, so there we go. Hydrogen's coming out. So how does this work? Crude oil comes in the butt of the oil refinery. It gets mixed around a little bit, taken for a ride. And once it finally busts, it gets spat out as refined oil, and it gets spat out as hydrogen. Now, typically that refined oil is incredibly useful. However, in our case, it's actually a bit of a liability. So I'm going to pick up these front things. That's what we call them. That's the scientific name. And we're just going to burn that oil. We're going to burn that oil real good. This is temporary, as all good things are. Nothing more temporary than forever. Can I just sneak that out? What if I go high? If I go real high with it. Yeah. And we'll fix this later by just stamping the blueprint down again. But we basically need to thread the oil out so we can burn it, because we have no use for this right now. You know what? We don't have to burn it. We can just put it in a box, I guess. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, that's a much better idea. And we're just going to do this until we get enough hydrogen to make our first set of... what do you call it? We're going to get enough hydrogen to make our first set of... Help. Red science. And then... then we will be able to play the game. All right, so we're just gonna take it out of there. And the reason we have to clear it out is because it is a byproduct of that initial oil refining, which means... Am I out of this shit, man? No. Which means that if we don't clear it, the other oil refining can't continue. Which is not bueno. Is not good. We don't want this. Can I just get you to go over and come on down? There we go. And then connect. Cool. So this stuff is actually really useful. We need it to make plastics. And look at that. We are now beginning to siphon hydrogen. So that hydrogen is going to get pulled off over here. And it should be this one. It has to fully, the belt has to fully back up before it'll come out. And we'll put it right over here for the moment. And it'll just go in a box. And then while that's happening,
complete.
we can go set up the build for the rest of this. All right, so that's going to sort itself out. Give it some time. I believe in it. We now need a little bit of coal. And I really should have built this closer to coal. We don't have any coal nearby. Oh my god. Oh my god. We have none coal. Oh my god. It's on the other side of the planet, man. It's over here. Is this the only coal? No, there's more over there. Alright, what's closer? It's the other side of the goddamn planet. Okay. Off we go. Oh my god. Bubba Is You was one of the greatest streams, just like the whole subathon. I think we're all looking at that with rose-tinted glasses. Aisha just got home, and she was the first victim of the subathon because she had to deal with the stink of me and Noah being shut in that room for 7 days with limited air conditioning, 2 computers, and a 48-pack of Red Bull. It was... just for those of you who've never seen it, and you never have to, by the way, I just want you to know that it was 7 days of sheer madness right before my flight to South Korea. It took me like, by the way, with the jet lag, it took me like, I want to say 3.5 weeks to like actually acclimatize to the, for like my body to return to like its baseline function. That shit did permanent damage to me, man. It was brutal. But it was very fun in a certain kind of like psychosis-inducing way. Like as much fun as like watching a man, his life fall through his hands. Like that's the kind of fun we're talking about here.
Flight mode.
Just grab a shovel and start digging. Listen, you might be onto something. The prophet speaks. Yes, dude. That Bubba Is You. Noah still has the footage. Like he's got it on his computer, and he alleges that one day it will be content. I mean, I'm still not convinced, but you never know. Stranger things have happened 5 times, I hear. Are we out of iron or something? We are. It's because you're making labs, buddy. Straight labbing it, huh? Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to pick up this belt build that we put down 1,000,000 years ago, because we don't need that anymore. And then we're going to just run through here and just drop off gears everywhere that will take them. 160 in there. Casual. 20. 80. Man, they really do let you stack these, huh? 40. They really let you stack these. Okay, cool.
Flight mode.
And you can just take a little bit more fuel. And you know what? Why don't you burn this this refined oil as well? Oh, we can burn these things too. So these have some kind of benefit. They give us benefits, like our replicator works 50% faster, which is cool. But I think eventually you can turn them into like building buffs as well. How's the farm going? Yeah, pretty consistent. We're not quite filling a belt, but we are slowly but surely scaling them, which is the plan. Okay. And I'm flying all the way over here because I know I don't need to fly here, goddammit. I need to fly to the coal. There it is. On the other side of the goddamn dog fog. Road Warden! Angel 3, thank you very much for the 25 Polish zloty. Because of you, I know which currency Poland uses, and Poland occupies a much larger space in my mind. So thank you for this. Thank you. Hearing fighter jets circling around near Paris these days is a little concerning. Gulp. How recently did that start? I know a lot of European countries have been wargaming a lot more to try and, you know, figure out how to integrate drones. But I wasn't aware France was doing exercises. Is this just like routine, or is this becoming more and more... Like, is this, to your knowledge, is it just normal training, or are they like doing shows of force? It does worry. It does. It's fair. It's a fair thing to be worried about. Yeah, France going to war is never good for the world. I'll settle for reading one of Carl Sagan's books. Do you know I've actually never read a Carl Sagan book? And that feels like a major oversight on my part. That actually sounds quite nice, to be honest. So what you're saying, Angel 3, is that you want ASMR content to fall asleep to. I did see someone post a video which was like, fall asleep while I build a zoo or something. And it's such a good idea. Because he's not doing any gimmick. He's just like playing the game and talking about what he's doing in the game. And that's it. There's no like greater plan beyond that. But it's just, I think it's a very good idea for a very simple like content series, I guess. Just like largely sleepy or something. Is there interest here? Just polling the 15 people currently watching, because that would be very easy for us to make. And if it's something people want to see, it could be a nice, easy way to, I don't know, bridge the gap that is sort of rapidly forming in between uploads. As Magic put it, we are beginning to Vsauce it, where the quality of our videos we think is increasing dramatically, but the timing it's like, we used to upload like every day. Then it became every 3 days. Then it became once a week. Then it became like once every week and change. Then it was like once every 2 to 3 weeks. And now it's like we upload when we have a video. But I happen to feel that video, when it is uploaded, is of much higher quality than it otherwise would be. I don't know if that sentiment is shared, but it certainly feels right. Okay, now we get to run this shit across the entire planet. Is this smart? Should I not just build oil closer to here? Is there oil closer to here? There's one oil there. It's 2, 3. We could do it here. That's a little close. That's actually, honestly, it's about equidistant. Ah, screw it. We ball. Can I get that close? No. No, surely not. There's 31 of us, not 15. It's been months. It has not been months. It's been months since you've been served my content in your algorithm, okay? It has, oh my god. Okay, we cannot build that there. Never mind. Not allowed. Okay, I'm sorry. Wasn't aware of your game.
Destroyed.
Okay. Let's go down a parallel. Just go down another line. Let's try that again. You wouldn't mind some Uncon content? I was thinking we should probably put that up on the Largely Live channel, or like second channel stuff. It's just, you can't do both anymore. There was a time in YouTube's history, which was about 2.5 years ago, where you could have two like very different things happening at the same time on your channel. You just can't do that anymore. Like you get like quite severely punished for it. I wouldn't say you get like black boxed, but you definitely do not end up on the top of the pile. And it's because the algorithm, insofar as YouTube themselves explain it, values viewer retention and engagement more than anything else. More than consistency, more than quality, more than whatever, right? Because that's all subjective. It just cares about how long people spend watching it. And if you have an audience that's used to a very specific thing, which is what they call your niche, then you pivot and you do it slightly differently, what you've actually done is just switch niches. And as far as YouTube is concerned, you might as well have just hit delete on your channel. Because it's not going to serve it to the same audience. Because what will happen is it'll serve it to your regular audience and it'll realize, oh, he's doing something different. The same audience doesn't want to see it. So those 70,000 people you've stacked up who like to see what you do, we're not going to show it to any of them. Not a single one. And you're going to thank us for it. That's how I imagine it goes in my head. This is a hell of a long belt. But we got there. We did get there, people. Yes, we did. Now we need to head back to your mom's house. Largely uncut. Every day of my life, brother. Every day of my life. Time to pivot. Here in Canada, I'm stocking up on maple syrup because it might become our new currency after the dust settles. Isn't it already the currency in Canada? Sorry, I'm a little unfamiliar with the workings of the wider world, you know. I was under the impression that Canada ran on maple syrup. I thought that's what you feed into the generators. The ones that keep the sky above. You hold the top of the world in place for us all. Very grateful, by the way. Thank you, computer. Thank you. Largely unwaxed. I do not wax my head. Okay, maybe except to polish it a little bit sometimes, but I do not wax my head. I shave it. I'm a layman like you, okay? I'm just a man of the people. Just a simple man with simple needs. Isn't it Looney Tunes or something? This life we live? Damn right, brother.
Mode.
Flight mode. Have you heard about this? I think it might be time to pull the plug on the stream, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if we're gonna stream any more Dyson Sphere Program. I'm definitely gonna play some more Dyson Sphere Program, but it's not really very fun to stream. I won't lie. I think we should probably do something more interesting. Do I dare do it? Do I dare say the forbidden words? Do I say space engineers stream? We could do like a whole, we could be like, the king is back.
Ooh. Hey everybody, my name's largely Unemployed, and today I'm going to be playing Economy Only Challenge, episode 68, Making Progress.
And then everyone claps and I get paid $100 million. Oh, it'd be so sick, man. It'd be so sick. We just gotta put away our dignity for like just 3 more months, you know? We could be so powerful. We could be so powerful. Okay, you come here. We are going to be changing how we do our science very shortly. Because I like to do science on the poles, because I think it just looks cool. In. I don't know why I didn't do this with blueprints. This is very dumb. Okay, and then you are going to come out. And you're going to come together. Come together right now. Over me. Okay, and you make red. You make red. You make red. You make on. Perhaps. We make on. On is good. Energy matrix. The first ones are made. Beautiful. Now, South Pole is occupado. So North Pole it is. Congratulations, son. You go this way. Straight down the equator. The prime meridian there. He makes science on the poles. You heard the man? Fuck. They got me. Caught. This is the part of the game where you really want the planetary logistics stations. And he likes it. He does. If I was a billionaire, I'd be spending my money so strangely. This comment post by Money Rules, spelled 7 different types of incorrect. God, it's so good to be alive sometimes, man. You get to live to see things that you couldn't have written down if they paid you to. Hi, Money Rules, spelled 7 different ways incorrectly. How are you? Tell us, please. Please elaborate. How would you spend your barely earned wealth? What would you do? Wait, don't tell me. You buy lunches for all your friends. You buy your mom a house. They'll never see that one coming, dude. Wait, you'd invest your money into political lobbying so that you can ensure the continued success of your business operations at the expense of the people who provided you with the wealth that you now currently sit upon? No! You silly goose, you can't do that. That would be really fucking immoral. But that doesn't matter. Because you're rich. What am I doing? I need to do this. I need to do one of these. I need to do one of these. So you are going to be my science in. And you are going to be my science in as well. Just in a slightly different direction. And eventually we'll do all this with planetary logistics. Because they are 6 sciences. And so we must have 6 lanes. So the sages have decreed. Yeah, that'll work. Honestly, 4 dabs is probably plenty for now, because we can double stack these. Don't forget. And you are all going to be researchers. Beautiful. And you can get power poles in betwixt. Alright, so now we need to bring the blue science up. Where was I making that again? That's the mall. Is that blue science? That's blue science over there. Okay, well, that's a pretty short trip. That's nice. So that's actually gonna be this one. So let's flip you around. You are gonna be my blue science input. And we're straight up from there. Okay. Because we also need to bring power. So let's link these all up. And we got the long boy power towers. Being an adult is no fun. Peace. Nice to have you back, Lodge Employed. I didn't go anywhere. I've been here the whole time. Okay. Please just search the channel in your... Just take agency in your content experience and search it up. Also, it's great to have you, Emma. Thanks for being here, buddy. Have a great one. Like, literally, if you're not seeing the content, it's because it's not being served to you. It still exists, I promise, dear God. Just search in the algorithm, please. Please. We go to here. And then you are going to become a science maker. The Makeler. And you can have a little bit of a buffer as a treat. How about that? And we'll just do a small buffer. I don't want to waste too many resources. We have a very limited number. Alright, no, you're going to be the output for this. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and then you are my template. So we'll come along to there. And along to there. And you can go like this. And like this. Like this. I'll say this game makes building very easy, man. It really does. Okay, you can go away for a second. So that we can do this, and then you actually do need to move back up again. Like that. Because then I can do the outputs. Okay. Is this gonna work? This is gonna work. This is gonna work. It's gonna be so fine. And we're so goddamn back. Look at this. Look at this. No, don't put it in, dumbass. Put it out. Yes, there we go. There we go. He's beginning. He's learning to see. There we go. Okay. Yeah, forget the buffer. The line's enough of a buffer. Okay. We make hella blue now. Yes, we do, son. Yes, we freaking do. And we can put these on the line. Just hold control and left click.
Flight mode.
Welcome back, LU. Yes, yes. Several weeks without videos has not been the norm. Okay, that's true. You got me there. It's... Listen, there's a lot going on in life. I got, like, health checks, and we got a new cat, and work's been crazy, and I've also just been kind of a little bit tired of gaming. So, there was a bit of a hiatus, okay? But we don't talk about that. Because we're so back, and we were never gone, and it's all gonna be fine. Don't even worry about it. Okay, we now have both sciences, which is hunormous. The first thing we do is unlock X-ray cracking, which requires 400 of them, which we definitely will have. The second thing we do is go to the Technologia. Oh, I couldn't see it for a second. And we get vertical construction, tier 1, and then we get all the other benefits. Give me better laser, give me faster speed, give me better flight. Drive engine. NQ it. NQ it. Give me the energy circuit. Give me the drone control. Give me the drone control part 2. Okay, very nice. With that, we can now fly back. And I'm going to link up the grids in 2 directions, just for stability. And you know what? While we're here, let's bring this oil back with us, too. You got a few belts, let's make use of them. And to be honest, I'm not going to be able to fill this up, so let's just put this in a tank, because that is very useful for throughput later. And I should be able to just drop that in there, right? Yeah. And we're out of juice. Okay, fair enough. Why don't you burn that for me?
Flight mode.
So now we can rip out these lines and place this blueprint again. And this should work. I might have to put down the whole thing, which I'd really rather not do. Force build? Why does that not work? Can I not, like, just place the one... Build facilities? Ah, okay, I'm gonna have to rip the whole thing up. Alright, this is gonna be messy. Brace. 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 It's just a bit of hydrogen. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, then, we try this again. X-ray cracking. And actually, can I just do the full build
complete.
At this point? There's the X-ray cracking. Thank you. Can I do the full thing? No, it is... I have a 300 limit on my... 300 tech limit. Okay, so no way in hell, basically, is the answer. Great. So that needs to be there. Is that right? Oh, hello. I have not eaten. I'm actually going to finish stream in like 15 minutes, and then we'll figure it out. I just want to get this set up. Okay. Force build? Yes. Again? Yes. There we go. Now we're getting it. I will say, Factorio's blueprint system, far superior. But this is still good. Still good. You love to have it. You love to have it. Alright, we put it all back. And I don't think we're shy on anything. We just got a lot of hydrogen.
Upgrade
It's okay.
complete.
It's okay. And we can stack things taller now. You love to see it. We can put a little hat. And you can have all my hydrogen. There we go. And let's siphon up as much of this as we can. And we're just going to keep doing that. And then I'll explain how this blueprint works once we've got it running. Slurp. I do wish these stack to more than 20, I won't lie. Did I get them all? Nope. Almost there. Now we got them all. Okay, nice. So that is finished being built, and then I can walk you through how this whole thing works. It looks like for whatever reason this didn't place, but that's okay. It's an easy fix. Okay, so how does this work? In order to use X-ray cracking, which is a very interesting tech, which takes hydrogen and energetic graphite and cracks it to make more refined oil and hydrogen than you originally started with, you're going to do a few things. So as you can see, over here, we have the crude oil recipe. What crude oil does is it gets turned into refined oil, which right now is kind of a byproduct, and hydrogen. It gets turned into hydrogen at a 2-to-1 ratio, and hydrogen's what we really want, right? So for every crude oil, you get 2 refined oil and 1 hydrogen. Now, refined oil is actually a pretty good fuel. It's not the best in the game, but it's not bad. And hydrogen is an exceptional fuel, but it's much more valuable to us at this point as research. So we want to save our hydrogen. Then, as you can see here, we can then take hydrogen and refined oil and turn it into energetic graphite and more hydrogen. So what this recipe does, right, and this is like really cool, is, if I'm not mistaken, is it this one? Yes. So this then takes 2 hydrogen and 1 refined oil, which you remember we got 2 refined oil previously and 1 hydrogen. So it's like an inverse of the ratios, and turns it into 3 hydrogen. So essentially, out of every crude oil, you will end up getting, I think it's 6 hydrogen and 1 energetic graphite, which it just so happens are the exact ingredients, like the exact ingredients to make red science. So red science produces itself once you get that first research done, which is insanely cool, I think. And now we can take this output from said red science, we run it in. And honestly, let's just we can now pick up this whole line we just ran. We don't need it anymore, because this can just go like that. And now this build produces the science that it was designed to produce, which is super duper cool. And this doesn't need to look like that. It can be a bit more straightforward. Okay, lovely. Now the reason because the hydrogen needs to be fed back into the system in order to split the refined oil further, we kind of have to do this like snaky thing that we see here. So let's just follow what happens. The initial oil cracking happens, and the refined oil gets put on this belt. Sits over here, and this just waits to go into these 2 machines. Because this produces 2 refined oil every 4 seconds, and this cracks 1 refined oil every 4 seconds, we need 2 machines to crack 2 oil every 4 seconds, right? So we kind of end up with a perfect balance here. Unless you end up backing up on your energetic graphite, which we frequently will. But I'll show you that, show how we can deal with that in a second. Then the hydrogen gets spat out on the other side and joins this chain. This then, of course, goes in to this one and back out onto a secondary line. And that happens 2 times. So the main chain goes into these machines, and then their output gets fed into a secondary line. And the reason we don't put out over here and go back into here is because this would eventually stall. So we want to make sure that we're first, if possible, consuming the surplus and then consuming this, so we don't end up cracking more oil than we need to. This line over here ends up connecting up to the main bus, which goes into the splitters. The splitters have priorities. If I could click on one, I would show you, I promise. There we go. The top rank is the priority, and that is the rank that goes back to feed the ship, right? So we continuously feed the machines that produce the hydrogen, and then if they end up backing up because they have their outputs full, what will happen is the hydrogen will actually be kicked out and go on the bottom row, which will eventually lead it out of the whole build. And the reason you do it this way is because if you don't consume the hydrogen again before you extract it, you will eventually run out and stall. So you kind of need to feed it back first, and then the surplus gets extracted. But very quickly, this line will saturate, and then you end up outputting, I think it's like 4 hydrogen per stack. So as you can see, we have not exactly a full yellow belt, but if we doubled this, we would have a full yellow belt, which is perfect because that's all we can really supply to the reds anyway. Now, how are we going to deal with the surplus of energetic graphite that we've got here? And honestly, we shouldn't have run that whole line. We could have done this with the box, but whatever. We're going to put it in a damn box. And what we're going to do is to make sure that this goes smoothly. Let's do something like this. We're going to have a priority splitter. We'll have it right here. So you're going to go in there, you're going to go in there. And yeah, I'm going to have a priority output, which is that. And then we're going to have a secondary output, which is so when that backs up, it can go this way. Because there is no other use for this energized graphite at this time. It literally just exists to make the science, so we might as well burn it. We don't want the surplus to stack up too much. It's actually kind of a waste product more than anything else. So let's feed it into a stack of these. I don't know how many we can support on this. I forgot. There is I think it's 5 for energetic graphite. It's got to do with the amount of energy each piece of fuel has. It might make it all the way to the end. Oh my god, it actually is. Is that going to continue to rise? It is. On a single row, huh? Well, let's let this stabilize. I have a feeling these are going to start stalling out. Because it fills from the back first. No, he's actually filling up.
Upgrade
wow, okay.
complete.
What's that, 7? Yeah, that's 7 of them. Okay, and this is actually just here for no other reason. This is not ready to produce power. This is just to it's like a load to remove the excess that we don't want. Because it's going to cause this to back up, and we really want to be cracking the oil as much as possible. Excellent, so that's done. We are now getting more and more upgrades as we go. Let's keep stacking those on. Tier 2 energy shield. Let's get more inventory. Let's get faster speed. Okay, that's yellow science now. Let's get, yes, I would love more blueprint facilities. Better vertical construction. Okay, we're just going to keep going upgrades.
Flight mode.
We don't need the bullets upgrade just yet. He's a Kraken addict? So true, dude. So true. Now. Well, that's already backed up. That's hilarious. I'm going to allow the hydrogen to store because this is a much more useful resource. There are many things we can do with hydrogen. Eventually it becomes a waste product, but right now we need it. We need it, you hear me? And you know what I'm also going to do? I'm just going to put a hit out on some of this stuff. Let's just try and burn as much of this as we can, because I've got all this crud in my inventory that I do not want. There we go. Okay, that'll get rid of... Oh, we even got some hydrogen. You can share with the class. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. You don't, unfortunately, have liquid splitters, but you can just put liquids on a belt like this, so it's kind of moot, right? The way we could set up a similar thing... Honestly, I guess we could do it right here. Yeah, we could set this up as well, so that we don't end up with... it's going to take a very long time for this to be a problem. But we could have a sorter here, or splitter here. Same situation, so output priority will be there. And then secondary output to the side, and that just gets burned. Just something like that, right? Okay, and that should stop this from ever backing up. And there goes the red signs. You'll love to see it. And we can now stack these taller because we've got more build, which means we're going to get even more goodness. Okay, and it looks like we were right to want to bring that line over after all, because we might actually need another line. All right, let's pick up the hydrogen. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to have you just like feed in somewhere higher up, if possible. And you know, just go in there. No. You're gonna be a mother fricker about it, aren't you? How about you be like a cool guy and just come this way for me? Something like that. And then here and then in. Down. And then in. Yeah, there we go. And then this line needs to come over here because we need to set up another priority. Okay. So, as before, this one's going to be a priority input. We want to first always be taken from this system, where possible. So that's my priority, and then you go out here. That is crude oil, sir. That is not the right stuff. I repeat, that is not the right stuff. This is the line I meant to bring forward. I may have just caused an international incident. Yes, we now have a large amount of crude oil over here, okay? You know what? I'm going to set a filter on that just so that doesn't happen again. Alright, lovely. And then it'll just spit anything else over there if it ends up with it. Cool. Cool. And yeah, you can take all my crude oil. Here you go. You can have all my hydrogen. Does anyone here have... There you go. Something like that.
Upgrade complete.
Beautiful. Now, I do see a small problem, which is that if this ever... Yeah. If this ever backs up, it's just gonna burn this, but that, whatever, I don't care. It's fine. We just got some thermal power then on the other side of the planet. Final piece of the puzzle.
Flight mode.
I honestly, maybe that's a good place to leave it. I was gonna say let's do the plastics making, but I think we've had enough for one day here. And by we, I mean me, and by enough, I mean it's time for me to go eat dinner and kiss my girlfriend on the lips. How does he say it? How does he get away with it? Nah, I'm kidding. I saved that for the boys. You know how it is. Let's build that over there. Y'all kiss the homies goodnight or nah? Are we done with that? Because I'm still... I never left. I just want to be on the record about this. It's very important to me. Okay, I'm actually going to have to go get the components, embarrassingly enough, to make more belts, because I don't have enough. This is a tragedy. This is a farce. Could you please make me a ton of belts?
Insufficient materials.
Cooking spaghetti? Yes, dude. That's a great idea. And Rooftop Garden has yielded much basil this year, We're going to be having some homemade pesto, let me tell you. And I'm not going to feel bad about it at all. You high five with the homies? Hell no. Yes, Tater. Yes, dude. We always kiss the homies goodnight. That's what I've been saying. Oh, I missed you. It's nice to have some proper parasocial behavior in this chat again. You're in stream while raiding a bunker. Lol. What game are you playing, Sean Little? Because there's a lot of gunfire going on.
Flight mode.
He does not know. Of course we hit the homies. Listen, you can hit the homies, okay? You can hit. That's, no one's gonna take that from you. I'm just saying. I'm not kink shaming, I'm just kink asking why. Is it not unwise, even within the June community, to
Flight mode.
hit the homies? You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't that lead to greater strife over time than otherwise? I'm asking as like a somewhat of an outsider, allegedly, in Minecraft. I'm so sorry. Did that just put a hat on the sorter? Oh, you can put hats on the sorters. Wait, dude, we didn't need to do this. You can have a hat. How many hats can you wear? You can wear 2 hats?
Complete.
Holy. Wait a minute. Does that go in there if I remove this? No, it doesn't go in there. Unless... No, it doesn't. It doesn't go in. Man. Okay. Okay. Oh, but you could probably put stuff out through the box. Oh, so you could use it for drones, they're saying. I'm being told. So on and such. Wait. Let's test this. So if I put that there,
complete.
if I put stuff in the box, it goes out. No, it doesn't. Wait, there's other stuff coming through. Hold on, let's see. There's a bit of a gap there. Is this going to be filled with circuits? It is! That's huge. Okay. Okay. So we dump that there. Dumpa. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. He forgot the hats. He did, dude. I was hatless. But only for a moment. For now we are hatted. Madly so. Okay. I think we've gotten off to a pretty good start today. The next major step in Dyson Sphere Program... Well, actually, you know what? Before we do anything else, we should really be getting vein utilization. Because this gives us 10% more ore. Not that one. Sorry.
Upgrade.
Not that one either. That one. This gives us 10% mining speed. Sorry, 6%. We get 6% more ore and 4% more debris from the enemy. And the next level up is the structure matrix, which is... it requires us to make diamonds. Now, making diamonds ain't all that hard, actually. It's the... That's you just make the graphene into diamonds. The hard part is actually the crystals. What I might do is... Well, hold on, let's put a save in here, because the stream is ending. Right, at this point. And we're going to have a quick chat. Okay, sure. Is she still there? My God, she is really on board for today's stream. We are going to have a little chat about the future potential plans for streaming. I've been streaming the past couple days because I've had a huge gap in work, which has been really, really nice. Normally I'm working at this time because this is when my American colleagues are awake. However, that gap closes in the next couple weeks. And I'd really rather focus my efforts on largely legal content and producing stuff for the main channel rather than streaming. So this was like a really fun little distraction, and it was very nice to catch up with all of you directly again. We might come back for one more, either this week or early next week for Dyson Sphere Program. I might play the game a little further so that we can come back and do some interesting stuff. Or we will come back with something different. But just, it's not... Like, it's fun. It's a great game. It's really fun to play. You should play Dyson Sphere Program. It's just not that fun to stream. So I'm thinking that this time next week we look back and we see if there's something. But if you have any ideas, drop them in the comments, drop them in the Discord for games to stream, for stuff to check out. I'd be down to do it. We can also, if you like, we can try something completely different, and we could research a humanitarian video together. I thought that could be kind of an interesting way to do it. So I can walk you through my research process for looking up stuff about the law. And it also would get me to write it, because I've been having like crazy writer's block for some of these. We can bounce ideas off each other. We can work on a script, basically. It'll be like a just chatting stream. So it's something like completely out of the wheelhouse. But anyway, these are all ideas. Let me know if any of them are like something you'd like to do. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. I don't know when that will be. Again, I'm really sorry, but I'm hoping it will be soon. All right. Thank you all so much for being here today. Tater, Senate, thank you very much. Angel3, Grozzolino, all of you, thank you so much for the memberships, the gifted subscriptions, all of these wonderful things. You guys rock. But I think it is time for us to head out. There is no GPT involved in the research process. We do this old-fashioned way by reading with literally with a pencil in my hand. I underline things. Do we get co-authorship? Sure, why not? Made by Largely Legal and Chat. That might undermine. That sounds way more interesting. Hell yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if it's popular. Let's find out. Let's learn together, shall we? Research ADHD stream? We're in. Okay. It sounds like it's a pretty resounding yes. So what I'll do, I'll figure out how that works. I'll get a camera. I've got a couple of tripods like this one, which is currently on the cat cam. I'll get one. We can do a little experiment here. I'll try and see if I can't set one up. Oh, hey, Lily. Can't see if we can't set one up. Oh, you just saw the top of the damn dome for a second, man. Oh. It disconnected. Okay, we might need a... There it is. Okay. So we could get like a top-down view? Something like... Kind of tricky to position it on this table. So you could have something like that. Oh, it's crashed again. I do sense a problem with this plan. I've broken everything. Okay, that's sort of the idea I'm thinking of. And then we could... I'd have to somehow get it in front of me so that you guys can see what I'm reading. And then... like, work on it, but the quality is atrocious on this camera. On the cat cam. So we'd have to get a better quality camera. We could probably use the 4K one. Something to think about. Something to think about. Something to think about, right? So thank you all so much for watching. Myself and Marco Sassoli will see you in the next one. Oh, and before I go, one more book recommendation. All right, actually 3. I lied. There's 3 book recommendations. First one is what I'm currently reading. This is Fractal Noise by Christopher Paolini. I spoke about it a bunch in the previous stream. It's a very cool prequel to a very good grand space opera he wrote called To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. Recommend both of these. I'm liking this one a bit less. It's got less soul, but the concept is very interesting. To Sleep in a Sea of Stars was a bit rougher as a novel. Like, the narrative was kind of... the pacing was a bit... it wasn't as good as his other books, let me put it that way. But it wasn't bad at all. It just... there were moments when I was like, wow, nothing is happening, and it's been nothing's been happening for like 100 pages, and then like so much happens in 3 sentences. And you're like, holy shit, the pacing is crazy. So that's To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. This does not suffer from those problems. He's definitely found his feet again with this novel. But the characters are a bit less fleshed out. It is much shorter. Next recommendation is not really a book so much as like a thought experiment, but this is All Tomorrows by C.M. Kozman. And it is very interesting. It is like, what if humanity gets like gene hacked into becoming like an alien species or like a series of alien species. And it's got this incredible artwork that is hand drawn and is included. And it's actually more like a bestiary than anything else. But it is a really interesting sort of sci-fi thought experiment. And then finally, another, and this, you know, I'm the #1 Adrian Tchaikovsky stan. I read like literally everything he makes. I've loved this book. So this is Shroud by Adrian Tchaikovsky. It is so well written. I think I read it in like 2 days. I was glued to it. So if you're looking for some new sci-fi to read, you're not sure what to read, you should read his original best sci-fi, which is Children of Time. Probably my favorite book I've ever read, after Night Watch by Terry Pratchett. But this is up there. This is like the top 10, and it's not number 10. Let's put it that way. So definitely check out Shroud. It's I'm not going to spoil anything about it, except to say that it covers some very, very novel, very interesting ideas in the sci-fi space. That's what Tchaikovsky is incredibly good at. Each of his novels, and he's got so many, he's like a factory, they all take on like one particular idea in sci-fi and they just like run with it, and the whole book is themed around it, and he explores them in such clever, interesting ways, and he's really, really good at writing a non-human perspective, like a believably non-human perspective. So check out Adrian Tchaikovsky, Shroud, check out All Tomorrows by C.M. Kozman, and definitely check out Fractal Noise by Christopher Paolini. And of course, the simplest reading of all, International Humanitarian Law, Rules, Controversies, and Solutions to Problems Arriving in Warfare by Marco Sassoli, the GOAT. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers. Oh, thank you all for the recommendations in the chat. Please drop more. I'm going to write these down. Very, very cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you.